Sunday morning live streaming. Shade Ozi, how are you doing? Welcome to another episode of our Sunday morning live streaming. Mo ṣe ẹ̀làbọ̀rú ẹ̀làbọ̀yè ẹ̀làbọ̀ ṣíṣe o. How are we doing today? If you can hear me, let me know that you can hear me clearly. If you can hear me clearly, please let me know. Share. Yela, what's this? Yela Lagua. Is that your name? On YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us. Sorry for the interruption. If you're on YouTube, I need to know that you can see me and hear me clearly. If you're on YouTube, let me know that you can hear me and see me clearly. If you're on YouTube, let me know that you can hear me and see me clearly. Ashe Ojúmọ́ Ire, Ojúmọ́ Ayọ̀. The topic of today has been pinned. If you were here last week, what was our topic for last week? If you were here last week, this is a school, this is a class. We learn and we keep learning. So I need to know that you understand what I'm saying. I need to know that you can see me and hear me clearly. Ogbo Ato Asure Iworewo Fun Ashe Ojúmọ́ Ire. I need to know that you can see me and hear me clearly. And I need to know that you were here last week and you understand what else. Mama Alara 1, 2, 3, 4. What is seen according to Ifa? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ìyá Ọ̀ṣun, ẹ ṣé gan ni. Royal Arts, thank you so much. It's very clear, right? Okay. I'm just trying to adjust the camera position on YouTube. I'm trying to adjust the camera position. I know it's very clear, right? It's really very clear. And we are grateful to that for YouTube. So our topic for last week was what is seen according to Ifa. That was what we were teaching last week, okay? So this week, those of you that are on the global Ifa community, what is the teaching for this week? What is our teaching for this week? The topic for this week, for those of you on the global Ifa community page, what was our topic for this week? Those of you on the global Ifa community page, what is our topic for this week? Somebody even sent me a message. She saw the topic of the week and she said this is exactly what she was talking about. She was thinking about during the week. No, please don't post those words. Please, we've edited it. Those words that you posted right now, if you can hit it, I would appreciate it. The algorithm is going to flag it. The D word and the K word, you cannot post it on YouTube. You cannot post it on social media. The algorithm will flag it. Auntie Ajoke Golden Light, ẹ ṣé gan ni, a dúpẹ́ o. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Royal Arts. So the topic is, Royal Arts posted it. The topic is what? He says, don't unalive yourself before Iku comes. Okay, so Iku is the Ajogun that is in charge of passing from this life to another life, becoming unalive. That is the Yoruba word for it. Okay, so we are going to use the Yoruba word so that we'll be safer on this app today. So Ifa says, don't unalive yourself before Iku comes. Things are happening around you that makes you feel like you will be unalive. Life has gotten so bad, so depressing that you think life is going to end. You understand? Ifa says that you should not unalive yourself before it comes. It is destined for every human being to pass. I always say this. The moment you have a birth certificate, a certificate that states that you were born on so day, you are also going to have a certificate of being unalive, a certificate of passing. You are going to have it. It is sure. But then there is timing to it. There is timing to it. There is timing to all of these things. And you need to understand the timing. You need to understand the timing to which these things work. Age. Please adjust this. It's too warm. It's not everybody that passes at age 20 that it was destined for them to pass at that age. You turn it off. It's not everybody that passes at age 20 that it was destined for them to pass at age 20. Some people have passed before their time, before they could fulfill their destiny in this side of life. They have passed. Òun ni Yorùbá máa ń ṣe ń sọ pé Elédùmarè má jẹ́ ká fọjọ́ ọlọ́jọ́ lọ. It's a prayer, it's an ìwúre in Yoruba that says, may I not go before my time. May I not go at a time that wasn't destined for me. Is that okay? There are prayers that we make in Yoruba. When we hold the bitter kola, orogbo, we make a prayer to say, orogbo lo ni ka gbo, ka to, ka ferege jobe. Meaning that according to the spiritual power that the bitter kola carries, we are going to be old. We will advance in age, and we will be strong, and we will be wise, and we will be successful. We will not pass in an untimely way. When we hold the obi, the kola nut, we will say obi lo n bi ku, obi lo n bi arun, meaning that the bitter kola or the kola nut, the obi, is the one that takes away untimely passing. Is the one that takes away the act of you being alive before your time. Okay, so one thing I need to establish today is that when people pass, there is a time. There is a timing attached to it. Everything in life has a timing. Everything in life has its own timing. Okay, no, this one is a recorded video. Turn it off and turn it on again. Everything in life has its own timing. The same thing, there is a time to be born, there is a time to pass. Now, it is your responsibility to make sure that you do not pass out of this life before your time. Yes, it is your responsibility to make sure you don't pass out of this life before your time. The Odrifa we are going to be considering today is what? Odrifa Ogbe Ose. Royal Art, are you ready for us? Odrifa Ogbe Ose is the Odrifa we are considering today. If you're on YouTube, please let me know that you can see me and hear me clearly. Are we still live on YouTube? Please let me know that you can see me on YouTube and it's loud and clear. Ogbe Ose, thank you. Royal Art, please check YouTube. Okay, all right. We're good on YouTube. Okay. You see, this thing is giving me one very funny. Because of the thing under it, it's not fixing up properly. I tried it the other time. I'm trying to do something. Let me do this. This is the best I can get right now. Okay, Ajoke says good morning. Lucia Brown, all right. Thank you so much on YouTube for your comments. So we are clear and we are loud. Thank you so much. All right, we are clear and we are loud. All right. So, Royal Art, are you ready for me to recite the Odrifa for today? If you are ready, please send a request. Let me add you up so that you can recite the Odrifa for today. Send a request so that I can bring you up to recite Odrifa Ogbe Ose. You are ready. So immediately after the Iba, you will recite it. The next thing we are going to do is to make our Iba. Iba loku ta fe se báyìí, a máa ṣe Iba. Today I feel like calling up somebody to make Iba. Auntie Ajoke Golden Light, can I call you up to make the Iba? Auntie Ajoke Golden Light, if you are just joining us, this is Ifa College. This is Ifa College. We are streaming live today on the TikTok channel of Ifa College and the YouTube channel of ΙYÁNÍFÁ TV. Auntie Ajoke Golden Light, do you want to make the Iba for us today? Or should I go ahead and make the Iba myself? Iya Oshun, Nature by Royal Art, Irreplaceable, Louis, Babati, how many of you are ready to make Iba for us this morning? This is a school you should be learning. I will call you at different times. I will call you at different times. Akoda Aye Aseba o.
Bashe.
Akoda Aye Aseba.
Bashe.
Aseba tí wáyé ọjọ́ o.
Bashe.
Àṣèbà tiwọ̀ oòrùn. Elédùmarè ọba lèrí lè ṣe. Ọba tẹ́rẹrẹ kárí ayé. Àṣèbà aníkíbà wá ṣẹ ọ. Òrán ọmọ níṣẹ́ fàyà tí àṣèbà ọba tó lọ kọrin kése. Elédùmarè ọba lánàá ọba lénìí ọba títí ayérayé. Àṣèbà aníkíbà wá ṣẹ ọ. Ọba tí ń fọba jẹ kábíyèsí kábíyèsí ọba lánàá ọba lénìí ọba títí ayérayé. Àṣèbà aníkíbà wá ṣẹ ọ. Kábíyèsí ọba tó tẹ́ sánmọ̀ bí ẹni tẹ́ aṣọ ọba tó tẹ́lẹ̀ bí ẹni tẹ́ní. Kábíyèsí ọba àwọn ọba ìjìnlẹ̀ ìfẹ́. Àṣèbà aníkíbà wá ṣẹ ọ. Ajagunmalé olúwo òde ọ̀run. Àṣèbà olúbíkin ọ̀sán ìbíkin. Àṣèbà àṣèbà àwọn tó tẹ̀ ká tó tẹ̀. Àṣèbà àwọn tó dá ká tó dá. Àṣèbà kọ́dá àṣèbà àṣẹ̀dá. Àṣèbà Ajagunmalé olúwo òde ọ̀run. Aníkíbà wá ṣẹ ọ. Àṣèbà àwọn tó kọ́ wa nífá. Àṣèbà àwọn tó ṣawo kò sẹ́yìn fún wa. Àṣèbà àwọn tó ní ká máa ṣe. Àwọn tó dá wa lórí. Àwọn tó là wá lórí. Àwọn tó dá wa lóṣù. Aníkíbà wá ṣẹ ọ. Àṣèbà yín ìyá mi ọ̀pàkẹ́ àlàkẹ́. Ẹ̀yin ìyá mi alágogo jẹ́. Ẹ̀yin ìyá mi arúgbáṣọ má balẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ọlọ́mú kan tí ń fún gba ọmọ ọlọ́mú ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ kan tí ń pẹ́lẹ́sẹ̀ méjì ìjà. Àṣèbà aníkíbà wá ṣẹ ọ. Gbogbo babaláwo gbogbo ìyánífá bàbá lóríṣà ìyá lóríṣà àpẹtẹ bí àwọn ẹlẹ́wẹ̀ ọmọ àwọn oníṣègùn àwọn bàbá àti ìyá ẹgbẹ́ gbogbo àwọn adájọ́ tí à ń ṣe iṣẹ́ irúnmọlẹ̀. Àṣèbà aníkíbà wá ṣẹ ọ. Káàkiri orílẹ̀-èdè àgbáyé níbi gbogbo tẹ́ ẹ wà nílà oòrùn níwọ̀ oòrùn. Mo ṣèbà orí mo ṣèbà ẹlẹ́dàá mo ṣèbà ọmọdé mo ṣèbà àgbàlagbà. Aníkíbà wá ṣẹ ọ. Àṣèbà lọ́kùnrin àṣèbà lóbìnrin àṣèbà ọmọdé. Wọ́n ní ewúrẹ́ tó wọlé lọ́jọ́ sí tí òjúbà òun ló dẹrùn àmúso. Wọ́n ní àgùntàn tó wọlé lọ́jọ́ sí tí òjúbà òun ló dẹrùn àmúso. Èmi àti wọlé lénìí àti júbà. Aníkíbà wá ṣẹ ọ. Ẹ̀kọ́ ifá mi là tún wá kọ́ lénìí. Àṣèbà ifá àṣeyé ìpà ifá o àṣeyé ìpà ifin àṣeyé ìpà òrìṣà àṣeyé ìpà odò. Aníkíbà wá ṣẹ ọ. Ibi gbogbo tẹ́ ẹ bá ti ń gbọ́ mi lénìí. Ẹ̀kọ́ ifá tá a fẹ́ wá gbọ́ lénìí. Ọgbọ́n ìmọ̀ àti òye tó wà níbẹ̀ kò ní kó jẹ́ tiwa o. Ká a fetí ọ̀tún gbọ́ kó má gbà tòtò jáde. Kó dénú wa kó dóde ibi. Kó múre ọwọ́ ire ọjọ́ ire ajé ire ìdùnnú ìlọsíwájú ìlera pípé àti àìkú tí ń ṣe báyìí ọ̀rọ̀ láṣẹ kíkà wá di àfihàn fún wa kíkà tó wa sọ́nà ibi tí orí wa ti wá lọ kí ẹsẹ̀ wa má ṣì wà lọ́nà láṣẹ We have made our Iba. Iba is how we pay homage to the powers that be, to the authorities that hold the heavens, the earth, and everything in between. Ọ̀run àtayé gbogbo agbára tó di ọ̀run àtayé mú òun la ṣèbà fún. Aníkíbà wá ṣẹ. If you have not picked up a copy of our book, Iba Ṣẹ, head over to the website ifacollect.ng to pick up a copy of this book to learn how to make Iba by yourself, to learn the hierarchies of spirits and powers, the highest person in that hierarchy to the least person on the hierarchy. How do you make Iba? How do you personalize Iba? How do you go from just reciting Iba to applying it to your everyday life? That is why we printed this book or published this book. So head over to the website ifacollect.ng and get a copy for yourself. Both hard copy and soft copy is available. Ẹ ṣé gan ni a dúpẹ́. Nature by Royal Art is going to come up and recite the Odrifa for today for us. Wọ́n á jáde wálé ní wọ́n á wá kí Odrifa tòní fún wa. Okay. That's it there. All right, you can start. Let me see. I can't hear him now. No. Put both of them into the case so that it doesn't affect. Bring it. Okay, and the second one. Oh yeah, start, yes.
Ogbe Ifá ní àṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ sún ẹ̀gbẹ́ sí ní farajọ ìṣòwò jà.
Something in my iPad.
Ifá fún Ọ̀rúnmìlà ìjọ tí wọ́n ránṣẹ́ pé bàbá lóde ọ̀hún ẹ̀bọ̀lá ní kí wọ́n rárún ṣe ní bí wọ́n tiẹ̀ máa jẹ kí n tó mọ̀ lọ bí wọ́n tiẹ̀ máa jẹja kí n tó mọ̀ lọ bí wọ́n tiẹ̀ máa tàgé kí n tó mọ̀ lọ bí wọ́n tiẹ̀ máa dàmíra kí n tó mọ̀ lọ.
Oh yeah, bring it. Bring it. Aboru, Aboye, Aboshishe, Eshegoni, Adupel. How many of us heard the recitation of that Odrifa Ogbe Ose tí àwọn babaláwo kì fún wa tán? If you heard what he said, please drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know that you are following. For those of you on YouTube, I'm not sure if you were able to hear me clearly, but I'm going to recite it again for the benefit of those on YouTube. You did, Eshegoni. Ifá ní àṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ sún ẹ̀gbẹ́ sí, òun ní ń farajọ èso kùjẹ̀bú. Wọ́n ní a dífá fún Ọ̀rúnmìlà níjọ́ tí wọ́n ránṣẹ́ ikú pé baba látòdì ọ̀run, ẹbọ láwo ní kó mú ṣe. Ó ní bí n bá tiẹ̀ máa kú, n ó jẹku, màá jẹku kí n tó máa lọ. Bí n bá tiẹ̀ máa kú o, n ó jẹja kí n tó máa lọ. Bí n bá tiẹ̀ máa kú, n ó tage kí n tó máa lọ. Bí n bá tiẹ̀ máa kú, n ó damira kí n tó máa lọ. Wọ́n ní Ọ̀rúnmìlà gbẹ́bọ níbẹ̀, ó rúbọ, ó gbé tú ọ̀pẹ, ó tù, èrò okun èrò ọ̀sà, ẹ̀wà bá wa jẹ́ bùtúre. Wọ́n ní bùtúre òun là ń jẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀ ọba òrìṣà. For those of you that don't understand Yoruba, let me translate that Odrifa to you. Ifa says a freshly sprouted egbesi. I don't know what egbesi is in English, but it's a type of plant. He says it resembles the fruit called kujebu. What's egbesi? It resembles a fruit called kujebu. So you see, I told you that the first line of every divination is where you get the first line of every Odu is where you get the idea of what we are talking about. He says that the freshly sprouted egbesi, it resembles the fruit that is called kujebu. Now, freshly sprouted and a fruit, they are two different things, but they look alike. Yorùbá máa ń sọ pé ikú àtọ̀run àwọn míì máa fi ń wéra wọn, like if you sleep, you know, when you look at somebody that is sleeping and somebody that is unalive, they kind of look alike. Adejoke, can you hear me now? You said it's hard to hear. Can you hear me now? Adejoke, can you hear me? Let me know that you can hear me. YouTube, Royal Arts, please confirm that YouTube is loud and clear, Ejo. Let me know. If you did not hear the rendering of the Babalawo, I've recited it, if that's what you're talking about. Let me know that you can hear me and see me clearly. Nature by Royal Art is okay. You can disconnect. Olateru Moshe Aboru Aboye Aboshishe fún yín. So he says that freshly sprouted egbesi, it looks like the fruit called kujebu. Okay, it was hard to hear the Baba. Don't worry, I've repeated everything the Baba said. Eshegoni. Ikú àti orun àwọn míì máa fi ń wéra wọn. When somebody is sleeping and the person is unalive, it looks like they are going through the same process. It looks like somebody that is sleeping could be passed for somebody that is unalive until you move close to them and feel their pulse and hear their heartbeats and feel their body, see that they are still warm. That is one of the fastest ways to know whether somebody is still alive or the person is asleep. Some people have so much deep sleep that if you try and wake them up, they won't wake up. But once you check their pulse and it's still beating, you listen to their heartbeat and you can still hear the beep, beep, asleep, you know they are still alive, even though they are fast asleep. They might look alike, but it's different. Now, Ifa is pointing that out initially because we are getting somewhere. Let's go to the next line. He says Ifa divination was cast for Orunmila on the day that Iku sent a message calling Orunmila home. Now, Iku is the Yoruba word of being unalive. So there is a messenger that is called the messenger of Iku. The messenger of being unalive is an Ajogun. Is the one that goes around life, snatching people out of life and, to what other word can we use to unalive? To unlive them, snatching them out of life to the other side of life. That messenger is called Iku. So that we will not use the D word on this live streaming, we will be using the word Iku. So that's what it means. He says the Ifa divination was cast for Orunmila on the day that Iku sent a message calling him home. Iku has sent a message that Orunmila, it's time for you to go home. Now, some people's state of mind, even before the act of being unalive, even before the act of being unalive happens, some people's state of mind, they are already unalive. The moment they hear a report that sounds like, oh, there's a medical condition, oh, there's a diagnosis, oh, there's a this, oh, there's something that is coming, somebody is after their life. Once they hear a terrifying news, they are already unalive. But in the initial line, Ifa says it might look like it. As long as you are still breathing, you are alive. And Yoruba people like to do that thing. Any little thing that happens to them, Yoruba people like to do that thing. Any little thing that happens to them, you hear Yoruba people making exclamations, shouting and yelling, Mo ti ku o. Yoruba people has to be the most dramatic people on earth. They have not, yes. This is why I want it. You will hear them shouting Mo ti ku o in English. That will be called, hey, I'm unalive. Oh. Any little thing that happens to a Yoruba person, that's the exclamation. But Ifa says there are two different things. Thank you so much for that gift. Ifa says there are two different things. Relax. Iku has not yet come. You want to take yourself away. Some of you, you are the one that is going to make it easy for that thing that wants to unalive you to quickly take you away. Now, we will get to the point. When this divination was done for Orunmila, Awo said sacrifice is what is needed. They said Ebo is what was needed. Orunmila should make Ebo. And when Orunmila heard the instruction for Ebo, naturally Orunmila went ahead and made the Ebo. Now that is one part of it. Orunmila took care of that situation spiritually and dealt with one part of it, which is the spiritual part. Then comes the physical part of it. Now listen to the response of Orunmila. He says, even if I must go, even if I have to go to the other side, even if I will eventually be unalive, I will eat. I will eat rats. Maajeku. I will eat rats before I go. Even if I'm going to be unalive, I will eat fish. I will eat it to satisfaction before I go. Even if I must go, I will enjoy myself to the fullest. This was Orunmila's response to the divination that says you are going to be unalive very soon. You are going to pass from this life to another life very soon. He says, I will enjoy myself to the fullest before I go. Orunmila says, even if I must go, I will be intimate with my partner. I will enjoy my wife in the bedroom before I go. Now, some of you might be thinking, how can they give somebody a message telling them that they are going to be unalive, telling them that they are going to pass, and the only thing they can think about is eating food, enjoying themselves, and being intimate, making love with their partner? That's because Orunmila understood two fundamental things in life. Life is physical, life is spiritual. The part of life that is spiritual, Orunmila has handled it in the ebo. Orunmila has done the ebo that needs to be done. The second part of life is physical. Orunmila took the responsibility on himself that this is my life today. This is my life today. The responsibility is on me. They said Iku is going to come. They said you will be unalive, but it has not happened. Between now and then, I'm responsible for every day of my life. And Orunmila made it a point of duty to say, I will live life to the fullest. Now, let's look at it. Although nobody has announced to you that you are going to pass on Saturday, nobody has announced to you that you are going to be unalive by the end of the year, but everybody knows that this journey of life will come to an end one day. We don't know what the time is. What are you doing between now and that time? What are you doing with your everyday life between now and then? How are you maximizing every opportunity you have? What are you eating? How are you relating with your family members, with your loved ones? How are you taking care of yourself? 3 things. He talked about the things he will eat. He did not just say, I'm going to eat before I become unalive, and then go out and start eating all sorts of things. He was specific about the things that he's eating. We will come into that. Secondly, he talked about enjoying himself, taking care of himself, focusing on himself. Even if we are all going to live this life one day, every day that I spend here, it counts with how I take care of myself. Then he talked about his responsibility to others, taking his wife as an example. Before I leave, I will make sure I pleasure and satisfy my wife before I leave. Those are the things that Orunmila considered significant even before Iku will come and take them away. Now, if this Odu Ifa is your Odu, Ifa is saying that you are likely to experience certain things in life that will just make you feel like, what's the essence of this life anyway? Everybody is still going to pass. Nobody is going to be buried with any of the things that they are working hard for. What's the essence of building a legacy? What's the essence of being consistent in life? Everybody is going to go anyway. You are likely to face circumstances that will put you in that situation. Your Odu Ifa is saying, don't give in to that depression. Don't give in to those thoughts that makes life look like, what is the essence of life? Everybody will go. Nobody knows if it's tomorrow. What if you start a business today and life is going to end tomorrow? What's the essence of it? Ifa says don't do it. So if this Odu Ifa comes out to you in a divination, this is the core of the message. If it comes out to you as your Odu in Itefa or Ishefa, this is one of the core of the messages. Our flash goal did not pop up today. I didn't notice it. Maybe it came during while we were having our Iba. So please send in your heart me for the day and send in your gift as much as you can. Eshegoni Adupe. Now let's break down this Ekuifa and Ejaifa. For those of you that do ebo to your Ifa, that you do your Ose, what are the 5 main things that we use during our Ose Ifa? To appease Ifa during Ose Ifa, what are the 5 main things that we use? List 5 things that we use during Ose Ifa to appease Ifa. Comment section, YouTube, TikTok, comment section. If you are just joining us, this is Ifa College, the TikTok channel of Ifa College, and the YouTube channel of ΙYÁΝÍFÁ Ewa TV. If you are catching a replay every Sunday, 12 noon Nigerian time and 7 a.m. on the EST, we stream live on this channel. Okay, somebody says Oti. Auntie Ajoke Golden Light said Oti. Oti is the drink. Okay. Omi, that is water. What else again? After Oti and Omi, Obi, that is kola nut. Iyo, Epo, Eku, Eja, that is salt, palm oil, fish, and rat. Exactly. So very important. We use Eku and Eja, Eku Ifa, Eja Ifa. We use it during divination. Adejoke says cold water. Thank you so much. Adejoke says cold water. Eshegoni. Omi tutu. Wọ́n ní tútù là ń rọ dẹ, tútù là ń rọ bàbà. Àtòjù àtẹ̀rùn, wọ́n ní ilé olúwẹ̀rí kì í gbóná. So if they bring cold water, we will make it a prayer that no matter the season and the weather condition, ní bá wọn gbóná òdì o, dẹ̀ ní tutù òdì láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Eku and ẹja, the rat and the fish, very important. Now, Ifa says these two things are not random. Ọ̀rúnmìlà saying màá jẹku, màá jẹja, he could have said màá jẹran, màá jẹ̀fọ́. He could have said I will eat meat, I will eat vegetables, màá jèso, I will eat fruit. But he picked two important things. He says màá jẹku, màá jẹja. Now, what does that mean? Eku and ẹja are traditional Ifa offerings. Eku and ẹja, the fish and the rat, they are traditional Ifa offerings. Orunmila is not just saying that he will indulge himself in the pleasure of physically eating food, but he was also pointing out to spiritual nourishment. While you are waiting for Iku to come, while you are waiting for the end of life, between now and then, make sure that as you are nourishing your physical body, you are also nourishing your Ifa with Eku and ẹja. Orunmila pointed at those things. As I am eating, my Ifa too will be eating. Eku àtẹja ò ní wọ́n nínú nǹkan tí mo máa rà. A rat and fish will never be found wanting in my house. I will never run out of rat and fish supply because as I'm eating it, my Ifa is also eating it. He was talking about his physical nourishment and spiritual nourishment in a single act. What feeds his body is what feeds his ashe. That's what feeds his Ifa. This is a layer that so many people miss when they are interpreting this Odu Ifa or this Ese Ifa. As you are going through your days in life, as you are making out plan for yourself, to say, oh, I wish I can live 100 years, 50 years, 90 years, 120 years. Nobody knows. As you are making plan for your life, make plan for your Ifa too. As you schedule your finances to cover your bills, your house rent, to send money home to your parents, to pay into your insurance, to take out some money into investment, schedule part of your finances for your Ifa too. Is a commitment that you choose to make. Nobody forced you into it. You voluntarily decided to become a part and parcel of Ifa practice. So it is required of you to do certain things. Make out time, make out money for it. As you are setting money aside, also set aside time, make out time. 1 hour of the day, I want to learn one Odu Ifa today. 2 hours of the day, I want to watch ΙYÁΝÍFÁ's teaching on YouTube. 30 minutes of the day, I want to read my Iba. I will buy the Ibashe book and learn Iba to one Orisha per day. Make out time as you are going through life. Make out time as you are going through life. Somebody on YouTube says, can you pray for me? The person said they've gone through a lot in life and they need prayers. Nature by Royal Arts, please post the WhatsApp number in the comment section so the person can. You need to send me a message directly. Let me know exactly what you are going through so that we know how to deal with it. In fact, we just don't make general prayer and say, in the name of ABCXYZ, so shall it be. No. We need to understand what your situation is. Why are you going through that situation? Because when you say you are going through a lot in life, or you have gone through a lot, it sounds like repeated situations, like one calamity after the other. We need to find out what's the underlying reason that is happening to you, and then we fix a solution. Praying is not a solution to everything. There are certain things you are doing in life that is coming as a result of your wrong choices, irrespective of how good of a person you think you be, or you think you are. As long as you are making those wrong choices, you will not get out of the consequences. Some people are going through certain things because fundamentally some things are out of place in their family line. Royal Art Media, you are not typing. What are you typing? What are you typing? Delete everything you have typed right now and start from +234 808 417 2309 in that order. The normal order that telephone number is broken. Is that okay? In that order. So start typing it again. Is that okay? Start typing it again. All right. So you need to understand what the foundation of your problem is before we can find a solution to it. Before we can find a solution to it. So we were talking about, somebody says, are you in what or Nigeria? I'm in Nigeria. I can't figure out the country that you typed there. What country did you type there? So these are the things that Orunmila was making us understand. The person on YouTube, please copy the number in that order. We are not allowed to post it as a single order. So copy it in that order that Royal Art has posted it. +234 808 417 2309. Right. Now let's listen to the Itan, the story behind this Odrifa, what actually happened. You know, every Eseifa has his Itan. Every Eseifa has his story. It has his Itan. Okay, every Eseifa has his Itan. So let's see, what's the backstory to this Eseifa? Like I always tell you, I have to do a scripting to guide me so that we are not here for the next 10 hours. Because if they leave me and you, we can be here till tomorrow. It's so easy for me to teach and talk and explain and break it down, and you will enjoy it. But we have limited time today, so we're going to follow the script that is here. Somebody says they are hearing a noise. What noise are you hearing? Is there any noise in the background? Is there any other person hearing a noise in the background? Aboru aboye aboshishe o. It sounds like a machine is sounding. Okay, I'll tell them to check what's going on. Okay, someone says it sounds like cars or fan. There is no fan, there is no car. We are indoors. But I'll have them check it. Or let me see the mic. The light is green, so it's not supposed to be. Is the sound better like this? Oh, thank you so much, Frosty. Frosty says it's sounding like cars, but I don't care. I'm here for the show. Wow. Thank you so much for that. Eshegoni. It's not the mic. Okay. Thank you very much. So we are going into the Itan. Itan says that Iku does not simply arrive and take somebody's life randomly. I need you to understand this. Okay, I think it must be the generator. The neighbor at the other side has a generator on. All right. Thank you so much. I just realized it's not coming from here, but it must be the generator from the other side. Eshegoni Adupe. Iku does not simply arrive and take people's life randomly. That's not how it happens. It's not just like they say, Iku just comes today and say, go, 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 bring the man in the red and white shirt and the blue trousers with the punk haircut. No, that's not what happens. This is how it happens. Iku walks through a messenger. Iku has a messenger. The messenger is sent ahead of time to study the marked person. Thank you so much, Frosty. Iku will send his messenger to go and study that person that has been marked. And why does the messenger have to study the person? The messenger is going to study what they eat, where they drink, where they walk, how they relax, what they argue about, what are their weaknesses, what are their weekdays, what roads do they go through every day. It will build a map around that person. Now, this is the point I will tell you. Those of you that say, I've been drinking alcohol for the last 20 years, nothing has happened to me. The day the messenger of Iku comes, he's watching a pattern. He sees that, this person takes alcohol a lot. Everybody knows they take alcohol. The messenger of Iku will wrap around that alcohol, so that if anything happens to the person, they will point to it and say, it's because of the alcohol they have been taking. And we are telling that man, for the last 20 years, nothing is happening. No, he's taking the alcohol and he's fine. They will check his BP, he's okay. Everything about him is fine. They are telling you that eating too much It's not good for your health. You have been eating like a gluten for the last 25 years. Nothing has happened to you. So as far as you are concerned, it's nothing. They will tell you that you just don't enter into the street and be fighting people unnecessarily. You have turned yourself to street Hokogan, street warrior. There is nothing that happens on the road. You want to fight. You just want to fight. The day the messenger of Iku is walking around, they are noticing those patterns. They are noticing your weakness, your weak point, to be able to push in. Iku will just push in slightly, then they will hang it around that. They will say, ah, that man, that's the way he used to fight. Now he has gone to face somebody that has beaten him down. Reckless driver. You can drive and be pressing your phone. You're already used to it. You already have a pattern. People are like, stop playing with your gadgets while you are driving. It's because you are not a good driver. Since I started driving at the age of 18, I've been taking calls while driving. I've been recording videos while driving. Nothing has happened. The day is going to happen. It's just one day. It doesn't build up. It's just one day. That one day will just come. But the messenger of Iku has come already to study the pattern of their life. To study the pattern of their life. Why do you think some people they sleep? Some elderly people just sleep and they pass to the other side in their sleep. Nothing dramatic. The messenger of Iku went around looking for ways to catch them. He didn't find. At the end of the day, Iku just said, let's just allow this person to go peacefully. They have a good meal with their family. They sit down. They tell their family stories. They, bond with their family. And people are like, it's as if Baba knew that something was going to happen. It's as if Grandpa knew that the end was coming. And he just lies down peacefully and it goes. What a wonderful way to journey out of this life to the other side. But some people's own will not be like that. They have 1,000,001 ways that the messenger of Iku has studied. Very easy to just unalive them and go. They are creating an enabling environment with their choices every day to make it easy for them to be unalive. Yoruba will say, we are telling you not to do something. You are telling yourself no. People that are doing no. Let me frame it in a way that you'll be able to understand. Okay. There are certain people. Take for instance food. They are asking you not to eat too much or too much of a certain type of food. You are telling yourself that there are some people that are keeping themselves away from eating those food. Though. They still stand in risk of health challenges. How much more you? Yoruba will say, Ambeleta say what on she, how much more you that you are doing it? People wake up in the morning every day, they are praying for themselves, making iwure for themselves. They are still struggling to make it in life. How much more you that you just wake up and live life carelessly? Every choice you are making, the messenger of Iku is watching it. He's watching every choice that you are making. He's watching every decision you are taking. He's looking for the weak points in your life that will be easy when the time comes. And some people, it's so easy to take them away untimely because their choices is already pointing towards the end. The way they eat, the way they speak, the way they relate with people, the moment of their anger, the moment they are just there, they have 1,000,001 ways that Iku can take them away. But some people are there making better choices in life, guiding themselves. Iku is watching them every day to see where is the weak point. Nobody is perfect. Take that, I've told you, that word perfect does not exist in this side of life. We are all going to be unalive eventually. But the timing and the way it happens, you can decide it for yourself. You can decide that you are not going to be unalive in an untimely way. Imagine a student that is going to school 2 weeks before graduation. They just get involved in a crash. That's not, let me explain to you. There is nothing in IFA that says That's the way they chose it. That's the way. Nobody is destined to come to this life and waste it. What's the benefit of a child that is raised, goes to uni, and then 3 weeks to their final graduation to get the law degree that is going to build the career of what they've come to do in life, and they pass? Excuse me, sir. What's the purpose of that? You have done the akosejaye for that child to know that this child is supposed to become a lawyer. Agbejoro is supposed to stand and change the legal system of that country. He's supposed to be a lawyer that will save so many innocent people from different things. That's their destiny. Then 3 weeks to having the law degree, they pass. And somebody in religion sits down somewhere and say, God has given, God has taken away, glory be to him. No, that's not it. Their destiny was to become a lawyer and fulfill that career to help the world around them. That is an untimely passing. Let's sit down and ask ourselves, how did we contribute to that or created an enabling environment for that to happen? We will find out in the course of this teaching. But I need you to know, when I teach on topics like this, I make reference to one viral video that Yomi Fashlanso, Uncle Yomi Fashlanso made. And in that video, he said, Tobani ko jori eku ko ma ba ku je. Tobani ko jori erin to ma ko ma ba ku je. Ore to ba ku oku gbe niyen. If they ask you to swallow the head of an elephant so that you will not be unalive timely, please ask them, how are you going to swallow it with this? If they ask you to eat a whole lion so that you will not be unalive untimely, tell them to give you spoon and fork and start with, because if you pass from this life untimely, that's the end. You have wasted your journey. Oh, yes. You have wasted your journey. So to answer the question that people say, if there is God, why are children in Somalia just, why are the life of children in Somalia wasting to famine and hunger and all of it? Why are people in Africa going through? It's not the responsibility of Olodumare. I don't know if God promised you a responsibility to keep you alive, but Olodumare did not promise anybody responsibility to keep them alive. You are responsible for it. The minors around you, you are responsible to make sure that their life is not cut short abruptly. The responsibility lies on you. Somebody says, I know we should do better, but is there anything we can do to fight back and not just fall into it? Because it definitely hurts. You've definitely hurt yourself due to heartbreak and you're just learning how to grow up. Somebody has responded to you, says, forgiveness of yourself. But I still don't want to waste my life on silly things. Exactly. Your first step is to make up your mind that this life that I have, this particular version of it that I'm living, I'm not going to waste it. My first priority is myself fulfilling my destiny. So the first pre-question is, what is the destiny I'm here to fulfill? What does it look like? Ifa answers that in plain terms. It's not ambiguous. In Ifa, it doesn't say we are here to fulfill the will of God, or the reason you are here is to become a doctor because your daddy says you should be a doctor, or because you come from the lineage of doctors. No. Ifa has a set down principle and event of activities and ceremony that reveals the purpose of everybody's life in details. If you have not gone through that process, it is called Itefa. There is an alternative of it called Ishefa. If you have not gone through those two, that's the first thing you should go through. The moment you find out what your purpose is, trust me, a lot of distractions will fall out. A lot of things you are wasting your time on will fall out. It's like a student in a school who hasn't written admission exam, hasn't been granted admission. He's just going around, let me see what's happening in this school. He can decide to sit with medical students today and just see what medicine looks like. Tomorrow he can be in law department. Day after he can be in sociology. Tomorrow if they say, oh, theater art students are performing, he can just jump into their class and see what is happening. That student has not yet been admitted. That student does not have a purpose in that school. But the moment they write IELTS, SAT, JAMB, whatever is called in your country, WAEC, O level, A level exam. The moment they write the exam and their result is out and they are given an admission letter to study philosophy, they know where to head to the next day. You will not find them jumping through classes. That already streamlines where you are going. Now, does that mean because you have an admission letter when you get to your philosophy or your philosophy department, does that mean you are going to stay there, study and focus and pass? Not everybody will study and focus and pass, but at least that brings everybody into the same classroom for the same course. Now, you attending classes, doing your assignments, your projects, studying and listening, asking questions, it depends on you. Is there distraction even in that department? Yes. That is where responsibility and accountability come. That's the way life is. Every other person that has not found their purpose is like the students that is just looking around the school. I like the walls of this school. Is this the way University of Washington looks like? Wow, this is how Cambridge looks. I like how this school looks. And they are just popping around. Oh, I like the medical students when they wear their white overall. I like them when I see them in scrubs. I like the law students when they wear black and white. They are just liking everything generally. That's how some people are going through life. They've not found their purpose. They're admiring everything. If they say, oh, physical and health education students are playing baseball today, they will go there. It sounds interesting. Theater art students are staging a drama today, they will go there. It sounds interesting. That's the way people that have not found their purposes. The moment you found your purpose, you become the students that has received admission to study a specific course. Then you sit down there with the people that are studying that course. Now, whether you are going to pass that course or not, whether you will drop out after second year, whether you will be rusticated from the school, whether you will be suspended, whether you have a first class or third class, depends on you and the quality of teachers that you have. So it's not entirely dependent on you again alone. There are other people whose choices or lack of it thereof is going to affect your own life. All of this comes after you have found your purpose. Now let's see what Orunmila did in this Itan. Itan is called story. So we have narrated how Iku and the messenger of Iku works, right? Okay. So Ifa says, when Orunmila received this verdict, he went to, how did Orunmila receive the verdict? He went to Awo to do a divination. And Awo says, Iku is hanging over your head, or Arun is hanging over your head. Ifa says, the spirit of Unalive is looking for you right now. He wants to call you home. And Orunmila asks, what will be done? Is Awo, is Babalawos, and ΙYÁNÍFÁ says, make Ebo. And Orunmila did the Ebo. Orunmila did the Ebo. But he decided that I'm not just going to stop at making the Ebo. Orunmila decided that he was not going to be unhappy just because of what they said. Some of you, if you make Ebo and Ifa says, Iku is hanging around you, you are angry with your Babalawo and your ΙYÁNÍFÁ. Of all the things to see on this earth, how can you be seeing negative things? What kind of Babalawo is this? If they've given you, if that Babalawo or ΙYÁNÍFÁ has given you the Odu, the Esaifa, take that Esaifa and go and study it for yourself. I've said it before and I will say it again. Practicing Ifa is one of the most open and genuine spiritual practices. It is difficult to lie to somebody that practices Ifa, that understands it and is ready to practice it for real. I don't mean somebody that just comes in to say, I have a problem, please help me fix the problem, and they just fix the problem and go. No. I mean a practitioner that is learning. It's difficult for anybody to lie to you. In this practice, deception and manipulation is not that easy. They can manipulate you at the beginning because you don't have so much knowledge. As you are growing and you are learning, it becomes difficult for anybody to hide behind Ifa and lie to you and manipulate you. That is one of the huge differences between Ifa and religion. In religion, somebody tells you something, and the Spirit of God said, I should tell you, ho, 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 ho. Sister, what's your name? Sister Itwa. The Spirit of God said, I should tell you that this time tomorrow, your banana tree is going to fall on top of your car, and the windscreen of your car will turn from blue to purple. What are we going to do? They said you should bring 10 bags of cement so that we can put it around the mango tree, the banana tree, so that it will not fall. Then pastor will carry 9 bags out of the cement and take it to his own building and go and finish up his house. Then we bring half bag of cement into your house and say, the Spirit of God say you should use it to. But in Ifa, if I come to you to say, oh, Ifa said I should tell you that this time tomorrow, rain is going to fall in your house and your toilet will be flooded, you will ask me, what is the old Ifa that says that? Whose name did you use to make a divination? You don't know my name, you don't know my mother's name. How did you make a divination for me? When you made the divination, what did Ifa say? Which Odu? Because when a religious person tells you God said, nobody has been able to confirm, unanimously agreed on what. Nobody has been able to unanimously agree on what the voice of God sounds like. We don't know the voice of God. What does it sound like? Is it a thin voice? Or is it a very husky voice? Is it a radio voice or is it a bedroom voice? We don't know. So how do you know that that person that spoke to you is God? My spirit tells me that, okay, your spirit, you have confirmed. Me that you are speaking to, how do I know? Somebody says it's a whisper. They say the voice of God is a whisper. Okay. Now, if we have unanimously agreed that the voice of God is a whisper, is it only God that can whisper? When I speak like this, what am I doing? Hello, welcome to Ifa College. How are we doing today? What do you call the way I just spoke a few minutes ago? It's called whispering. Hello, welcome to Ifa College. How are you guys doing today? Is whispering. Am I God? No, I'm not God. But I just whispered. So how do I know the difference between my grandfather is whispering and God is whispering? I cannot know. What language does God speak? Is he speaking English or Yoruba? We cannot unanimously agree. Somebody said yes. Somebody said God talks through everything. Exactly. So God can talk through a goat. He can talk through the wind. He can talk through a human being. He can talk through the rain. So how do I know? Are you telling me now that every time there is talking through everything is God? But human beings can also talk through something. I can hold this iPad and speak through this iPad. I can record a voice on this iPad and play it to you. I just spoke to you through the iPad. How do you know that it's not God? God can speak to you through a goat. So every time we hear a goat bleeping and barking, you see what I'm saying? A lot. People have said it in the comment section. That's exactly what I'm saying. So you see why we cannot unanimously say that there is a way God speaks. God can speak through anything, but any other person can also speak through anything. So at that point, how do you know without a doubt that it is God and it is not God? In fact, while I was in church, while I was a pastor in church, we have also taught people how to know the difference between when your flesh is speaking and when the Spirit of God is speaking. There has been no identifiable way to know that it is your flesh that is speaking and it is the Spirit of God that is speaking. Some people say God speaks to me through my dreams. Does that mean every time you have a dream, it is God that is speaking? No. If you watch an Indian movie, what's the name of that man you told me yesterday? What's the name of that man that you told me yesterday? And they say his name is Anta Bashar. I don't know him. What do you call it today? Amta. They say his name is Amta Bashar. So if you watch a movie about Amta Bashar jumping over 24 story buildings in the night, and NEPA takes light halfway, and you did not finish the movie, chances are that you will dream about Anta Bashar that night. God is not the one that spoke to you. Somebody said here that if it is God, it won't confuse you. If it is your mother too that is speaking to you, she cannot confuse you. The conversation I've been having since morning, is it confusing? It's not confusing. So those are not definite ways to prove anything. If you want a definite way to prove it, you will have points that you know that everything about this cannot be defaulted. It's just like you saying that, how do I know when it is snow? Then somebody says because it's cold. But there are so many other seasons that is cold that is not snow. But how do you know that it's snow? You will see the snowflakes falling. It will be frozen, it will be white. The temperature will be less than 0 degrees or close to it. Do you understand? But when you say, oh, snow is cold, so many other things can be cold. Religion has given us different open-ended ways to see God and to trust God and to hear from God. It's open-ended, which is why when you see people that follow religion, it is easy for negativity to infiltrate them and hide and disguise as God, because there are no standard ways of knowing that this is God and this is not God. I will give a very clear example, which is in the institution of marriage. I have not found any religious person that will tell you that this is the way God speaks to you when he wants to answer your question, can I marry this person? I have 2 people, A and B. And your pastor says, go and pray about them. I have Johnson and I have Jackson. Pastor says, go and pray about them. How do I know if God says it's Jackson, that is God that's saying it is Jackson? Somebody will say, you can have a dream at night. So, and when you have that dream, you will know. In that dream, you will know. Let me also tell you what can appear in your dream. If you love Jackson more, Jackson possesses the qualities that you like, you are likely to dream about Jackson more than you will dream about Johnson, because your subconscious will also control your dream. God is not the only one that has control over your dream, if there is God anywhere. But Ifa gives you a formula that nobody can dispute, and that is the Odu Ifa. Is echoing in my... Reduce it. Ifa gives you a formula, and that formula is the Odu Ifa. Now, Odu Ifa is pre-recorded information that has been recorded before you and I were born. It doesn't have anything to do with the person that is interpreting it or the person that is reading it. It is there, clear for everybody to see. You will see it there clearly. You come to a Babalawo to do a divination, they cast the divination tool. Just like you go to your doctor to take medical diagnosis, the doctor doesn't have to tell you. The moment your doctor just looks at you and says, the Spirit of God says that you have ulcer. No, why can't you go to the hospital and tell, or instead of going to the hospital, why don't you go to your doctor and say, to your pastor and say, I'm feeling something in my stomach, and the pastor will say, the Spirit of God told me that it is ulcer. The Spirit of God said it's gastritis. The Spirit of God says it's a cancer. The Spirit of God says you are pregnant. Why do you need test and proof that speaks beyond all reasonable doubt to affirm that thing? Do you know why? Because when it has to do with your health, you want serious proof that everybody can confirm anywhere. If a pregnancy test is positive in Nigeria, if you go to Australia, it will still be positive. The doctor in Australia will not tell you, but the Spirit of God that told me said no. Why can't God speak to us? Why can't the God of religion speak to us in such a way that everybody can test it? Everybody can see it. There is no arguing it. Why? Why does the Spirit of God of religion has to put us through rigorous process of knowing that is the one speaking? Why can't God just speak to us in a language that the moment we hear that language, we know this is the language of God? and we will just both understand it. Why does it have to be confusing from person to person? So the same way you go to your doctor and says, and you tell your doctor that I think I missed my period for 2 months now. I want to confirm if you are pregnant. The same test they take you through is the same test they will take a German woman through. Is the same test that somebody else will go through. Urine test, blood test. Blood test is the most accurate. They take a sample of your blood. They take it through the universally accepted pregnancy test, and they will tell you positive or negative. There's no argument about it. Do you understand? That's a language, universal language. You don't want to confuse people. That's the same way IFA works. If I do a divination for you today, and you take that same situation to another Babalawo in Australia, and we both do it today, we are going to get the same result. Why can't the God of religion speak to us like that? If I, as an Iyanifa, answers your question about a certain thing, and you want to say, let me confirm what Iyanifa has said. Let me go to another Babalawo immediately I leave Iyanifa's place to say, please help me check. You don't even need to tell the person one Iyanifa has said something to you. Just tell the person, please help me check. We are going to see the same thing because it's the same result. The same way you go from one hospital to the next hospital. If you are pregnant, they are going to see the same thing. The only thing that can change is if you check it today, and 1 month's time you go and check, something could have happened to that pregnancy between today and 1 month. So this doctor can say, oh, there's pregnancy. The other doctor can say no, because within the space of that 1 month, something could have changed. Same thing with IFA. If you check today and IFA says it is white, and you come in the next 2 weeks, it can be black, because between today and the next 2 weeks, a lot of things will have happened. That's just the way life is normally. It doesn't need any complication to understand it. And that is what IFA is. That is how simple IFA is. And that's why I said it is difficult for anybody to manipulate you with IFA if you understand what you are doing. It's very difficult for anybody to manipulate you with IFA if you understand what you are doing. Now, let's continue the Itan and see what Orunmila said. Once the Ebo was made, Orunmila did something nobody expected from a man who has just been told that his time is up. What did Orunmila do? He did not withdraw. He did not go quiet. He went to his balcony. He ate, he drank, he sang, he danced. He made people around him happy and dance and laugh. He was intimate with his wife. He built wealth. He lived his life in full volume. Meanwhile, a lot of us, the moment we are told that time is about to be off, time is about to be up, you are about to be unalive, majority of people become depressed. They told them that something is happening. They work their mind to make that situation faster than what it's supposed to be. Maybe that situation will not make them unalive at the end of the day. Do you know how many people the doctors have told, hey, you have 2 weeks to live, 2 months to live, 2 years to live, and they are still here 10 years, active and fine. Meanwhile, doctors told some people they have 3 years to live. Their own attitude and response towards it will take them away in 3 months. Even before that thing that was supposed to take them away. What did Orunmila do? Orunmila was dancing and happy. And on this particular day, remember that the messenger of Iku is also following Orunmila around. Right. Just like the messenger of Iku is following everybody around when their time is about to be up, monitoring them and trying to find out the best way to take them away. What is the vulnerable way or the weak way to take them away? The messenger of Iku was also following Orunmila around. And the messenger of Iku was there that day on the rooftop. Orunmila was singing and dancing with everybody, making everybody laugh. His wife is like, this version of my husband said, let me enjoy it while it lasts. So we don't know when Orunmila is going to change again, assuming Orunmila was not that kind of a person naturally. And while they were singing, dancing, eating, jubilating, and doing exactly what Orunmila has made up his mind to do, the messenger of Ikú was sitting on the balcony, was sitting on the edge of the balcony. And he too, of course, joined them in the laughter, was also laughing and dancing until he could not breathe. And you know how people laugh, and they fall off their chair. The messenger of Ikú had laughed at everything that Orunmila was creating until he fell off himself. And Ifa has told Orunmila while they were making the Ebo that if you can believe in this Ebo and choose this side that you have chosen, Ikú will be defeated in front of you. And immediately Orunmila saw the messenger of Ikú tumble from up to down while laughing. He just went there, covered it, and unalived the messenger that was supposed to come and unalive him. That is the Itan of this story, the Itan of this essay. Because the messenger of Ikú never made it back to Ikú, never went back to give the report to Ikú, never handed the map of Orunmila's life to Ikú, and without the map, Ikú has nothing to hand on to. That is how Orunmila bought himself a longer life. Ikú kept on waiting that his messenger will come. His messenger will come. That is the point where Yoruba says, Àfọ̀lá, Àfọ̀lá. Tó bá lónìí ló máa mú, ọ̀la ló máa mú, ọ̀la ò dẹ̀ kí n tán, Àfọ̀lá, Àfọ̀lá. Let me translate that into English. They said if somebody has planned for you to say, we are going to catch him tomorrow. Ifa says they will continue to wait for another tomorrow. Tomorrow never ends. Today is what? Sunday. Tomorrow is what? Monday. When we get to Monday, what is tomorrow again? Tomorrow is another tomorrow. When we get to Tuesday, what's tomorrow again? Wednesday is the tomorrow of Tuesday. Àfọ̀lá, Àfọ̀lá, they will continue to wait until tomorrow. Ikú waited for so long for his messenger to come back. The messenger did not. And Orunmila was buying more years on earth to do more and more things. Now, we are going to extract the two things that Orunmila did to outsmart Ikú, and we are going to appropriate it to our everyday life. Number one, there are about how many of it? Let me see how many of it I listed. There are about, this is 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 points in which we are going to appropriate this into our regular everyday life. Now we are in 2026. We don't see the messenger of Ikú following us, as Orunmila was privileged to see it. We are not seeing it physically, but it's there. How do we see it? How do we identify it? How do we outsmart it? How do we prepare ourselves against untimely person? Teaching 1, Ifa says, don't unalive yourself before Ikú comes. Má para ẹ lẹ̀ kí ikú tó dé. Some people have unalived themselves 500 times in life before they eventually become unalive. Àwọn association of mo kú o, àwọn ti kú o, ó ti tán o, ó ti parí o. It has not ó ti parí. Do you know how many times they say ó ti parí? They have said ó ti parí 200 times before it ended. Oh, life has ended. This is the end. Nothing good can come out of their life again. There is no way out of it. Life is, they have said it has ended 2 million times before it eventually ended. Those people, take a seat and move forward. This particular segment is for you. Now, here is the point I need every single person watching to hear clearly. A lot of people get a verdict, a bad diagnosis, a devastating loss, a sudden reversal of fortune, and they do exactly the opposite of what Orunmila did. They shrink. They stop eating properly. They stop showing up. They let depression sit in the chair Iku's messenger would have otherwise sat and do his work. They are the ones that will go and give the report to Iku by themselves. Even the messenger of Iku gets there. Some of them will unalive themselves emotionally, spiritually, long before it could actually happens physically. Orunmila was handed the worst news anybody can ever receive. His response was to increase his life, not reduce it. Everybody will go eventually one day. But what are you doing between now and then? Now, the difference between Ifa and Abrahamic religion, everybody in Abrahamic religion treats the idea of being unalive as if is a bad thing that is happening. It's not a bad thing. Everybody that comes into this world will leave this world eventually. It's called the balance of life. But what Ifa teaches us is the timing. What you do between the day you are born and the day that incident of you passing will happen. What do you do in between? That is what Ifa teaches you. Ifa says find your purpose and live every day of your life to the maximum. Don't end your life before it will actually end. You opened your eyes today, you can see today, you are alive today. It has not ended, you are still here. So why don't you just make the best of it while you are here? You hear people tell themselves, all these things we are doing, these cars we are buying, these houses we are building, all this traveling. You hear Christians say it will not matter in heaven at the end of the day. If you know that heaven is your goal, bye-bye. Just go quickly, go quickly, go quickly. Let's know how many of us are left here. Let's give those of us that want to live life the privilege of dealing with people that also want to live life. If heaven is your goal, just go. Hurry up, speed up, quickly. Be gone. Go. Bye. Just go and make heaven quickly. Let's leave the rest of us that are here for a purpose. Leave us here alone to fulfill our purpose to the maximum. Wale Brown on TikTok is asking, can you help people find their purpose? Yes, Ifa is the one that gives you, that tells you your purpose. As an Iyanifa, I can guide you through the process. Send a message to the WhatsApp number that is pinned on your screen. Wale Brown, copy that WhatsApp number pinned on your screen and send a message to say, excuse me, Iyanifa, how do I find my purpose? That's the difference between Orunmila and so many people. Orunmila was not giving up on life, even though he has heard the worst news, because he knew that there is purpose to life. He says, Iku, I know you are going to come, but between now and when you come, I will enjoy my life. I will let the people around me enjoy my presence. And that is one thing that people in the Western world do, that Africans don't really do as such. Now, somebody has been diagnosed with a terminal illness. We all know that 90% of the time they are going to pass. As we are on one side making effort to make sure that they don't pass, to make sure that they find healing, on the other side, we are supposed to help them fulfill and live the remaining days or weeks or months or years they have to the maximum. There is a chance that it might end. What if it ends in 3 months? What will they do today, between today and the next 3 months, that will make the quality of their life different? That's probably the moment where they want to make peace with people that they are not in tune with. That's the moment where they want to remind their family and be reminded by their family how much they are loved. That's the moment they want to take a deep reflection at what are the things I could have done better in life? What are the things that I started in life that I wish could continue when I'm no longer here? Sit down with your children and communicate with them. But in Africa, the only part you are focused on is how can they be fine? How can they be? Everybody is crying and weeping. Everybody is. That part is valid. I'm not saying because your loved one is going to pass, you should take a drum and start drumming and you are happy. No. That part is valid. The other part is also valid, that they might eventually go. What quality of life will they have to live if they had just 1 year to live? Let us think about life like that. You might not have a medical condition. A doctor might have not given you a verdict that you are going to be unalive, right? But everybody is moving closer to that day. Everybody is moving closer to that day. Everybody is going to get to that day eventually. What are you doing between now and then that is going to make the quality of your life different? That is going to make the story of your life different? What are you going to do to yourself? You are living this life already. So this is not a motivational speech. You are here already. If it's just 3 weeks to go, you are still going to spend that 3 weeks already. Whether you decide to lock yourself in the house and cry for the next 3 weeks, or you decide to live the next 3 weeks to the maximum, it's still going to be 3 weeks. Whether you build a legacy in this life or you decide to just waste your way through life, you are still going to live this life. So you are here. Why don't you make a decision to do something better with it? Why don't you make every minute and every day count? Because eventually it is going to count. The time is what? 1:23 p.m. Nigerian time, which is about 8:23 a.m. on the EST. As we are sitting down here, 2 o'clock is going to meet us here. You are going to see 2 o'clock. What are you going to do between now and 2 o'clock? Oh, I'm watching ΙYÁΝÍFÁ teach. I want to consciously learn something. I want the quality of my life to improve. That is you being intentional about life. That is what Orunmila did. Being intentional about life. And some people think you don't have to have this conversation until you are 40, until you are 50. Oh, let me do whatever I have to do. I'm still young. You are still young. I'm sure you are old enough to know that being unalive is not by age. Oh, people pass at 25. People pass at 10. People pass at whatever age. But they are still you still have to do your best with life. Somebody dropped a comment here. I don't even know whether I should respond to the person or tell the person to go to YouTube and watch a video. The person says, interesting, is Ifa worshipping idol worshipping? The answer is no. But if you want to get full explanation of that, go to our YouTube channel, ΙYÁNÍFÁ TV on YouTube, and watch the videos that are there. You would understand what Ifa is and what Ifa is not. Is that okay? Somebody says, I have a question. Please go ahead and ask your question. As long as it's not a personal question about your life. If it's something you can share in a public place, please go ahead and ask your question. Now, we have stated the first thing, which is you being intentional about your life. You being intentional about your life. I saw your question. What's this person's name? Person's name reads Atomododo or something like that. You dropped a question asking what kind of consultations do we do. Send a message to the WhatsApp number that is showing on your screen right now. So we have established one point, which is what? What's the first point we established? Don't unalive yourself before Iku comes. Be intentional about your everyday life. You are living it whichever way. You can choose to cry about your life. You can choose to be depressed about your life. You can choose to shut everybody out. You can choose to be sad. You can choose to feel defeated. Or you can choose to stand up and get help. Or you can choose to push. Or you can choose to make the right choices per time. Whatever you choose, you will still live life anyway. The fact that you shut yourself up and you're sad doesn't take you out of life. You are still here. As long as you have not unalived yourself, you are still here. If you decide to stay in that marriage and you want to be 30 years in that marriage, then you need to be intentional about it, because whether you are intentional about it or not, the number of years you spend in that marriage is the number of years of your life. Is the number of years of your life. So that marriage is a part of your real life. Nobody is going to say, after you have done 20 years of unhappy, unhealthy marriage, oh yeah, take that 20 years back and go and start again. No, that is your real everyday life that is going before your eyes. That business you are spending your time building, that's your life that is going away. That marriage that you are enduring in the name of just counting years, that is your life that is going away. So you can choose to enjoy your life in marriage or endure your life in marriage. Whichever way, you are still going to live life. Wale Brown, I've already told you to send a message to the WhatsApp number that is pinned on the screen. Please do that. Now, let's go to point number 2. Point number 2 says ebo first. Ebo will come first, then your physical choice will come second. Your spiritual choice of life will come first, your physical choice of life will come second. Before we go further, I need to correct something, because if you listen to today's live streaming and the only thing you hear is the physical part and the choices you are making, you have heard half of the conversation. The other important half, you have skipped it. The other important half is the spiritual part of life. You and I are adults enough and we have lived life long enough to know that there is a spiritual and an unseen part of life. Whether we accept it or not, is there. Continue to click on your screen, please. Continue to click on your screen. Continue to click on your screen. Somebody said, please, which work can October 30 do? You probably mean what kind of career or business can somebody born on the 30th of October do? Now, according to IFA, 1 million people can be born on the 30th of October, and those 1 million people don't have the same destiny. In IFA, destiny is narrowed down to an individual, every individual person. Now, a set of twins that is born on 30th of October, if a woman has triplets and quadruplets, all of them are born the same day, but they all have different destinies. Have you ever seen a situation where a set of twins, both of them, they go through life the same way? They are born the same day, they go to primary school the same day, finish from secondary school the same day, take up the same business, have the same boyfriend, marry the same person, give birth the same day, sleep with their husbands the same day. No, they have two different lives. A woman that is raising twins is telling you the difference between this one and this one. Taye is very quiet. Oh. Kehinde can talk. Let Kehinde go and study law or be a teacher. Taye is very empathic. Let Taye be a nurse. And Taye will succeed in nursing or in medicine. And Kehinde will not succeed in it. Taye will go to science class and Kehinde will try it, she will fail, but she will go to art class and succeed there. Meaning that both of them are born on the same 30th of October, but they have different destiny. Ifa does not give you a destiny based on the day of the week you are born. Ifa gives you a destiny based on an individual person you are. So if your mother likes, let her give birth to 6 children the same day. They all have 6 different destinies. So the question to be asking in Ifa is, the question you are supposed to be asking, sir, let me see the name of the person so I can address you by your name. Let me see. Okay, it's the Atomododo person. The question you are supposed to be asking is, what kind of work can I do, me as a person? I don't care who else is born on the 30th of October. Me as a person, what is my destiny? What is my career? Where am I supposed to go? Who am I supposed to marry? Which country am I supposed to live? Is a I basis. If I is an individual, it's you. Ori ẹ báyìí. It is you by yourself. Your destiny to you. It doesn't have anything to do with any other person, not even your family. Your destiny and your twin sisters is different. The question you are supposed to ask is, what can I do in life to succeed? My own personal career. You see the difference between Ifa and so many other forms of spirituality. There are some forms of spirituality that will tell you your path in life based on the day you were born, the time you were born, forgetting the fact that so many people were born on the same day, the same year, the same month, and the same time you were born all over the world. but you all have different destinies. Have I been able to answer that question and clarify for other people that might also be asking? So, to answer that question for you, sir, please send a message to the WhatsApp number that is pinned on your screen so that we can find out from Ifa what career does you as a person. Take, for instance, your name is Mr. Kehinde Ahmed. What does Mr. Kehinde Ahmed, that is born of Abisola Abidemi, the name of your mother, because there are so many Kehinde Ahmed in the world, but you, this particular Kehinde Ahmed, that is born of this mother, what is his destiny in life? Now, we have established number two, spiritual and physical part of life. The spiritual should come first and this physical. Don't skip the spiritual. Life is a balance. You see my palm and you see my hand here. Both of them combine to make up my hand. You see the front and the back, so different. So different. That is the balance of life. You understand? Now, number three says, do Ifa divination for yourself and your family. I cannot say this enough. Do Ifa divination for yourself and for your family. Twinkle Toes on YouTube. I'm really enjoying the engagement on YouTube today, and I'm super grateful for it. Twinkle Toe on YouTube says Holy Spirit. So I believe that she means that the Holy Spirit is the one that will reveal your purpose in life. I don't know if that's what she meant, but she mentioned Holy Spirit while I was talking to this person about their purpose. Let me take 1 minute and explain that to you again. Holy Spirit cannot tell you your purpose in life. Holy Spirit has never told anybody their purpose in life. Holy Spirit, that thing in you that you call the Holy Spirit, is just an echo of the things that you already know and the conditioning that your mind already has. There is no Holy Spirit that is whispering nothing to you. And here is how I know. Here is how I know. Just hold on. I will read something out for you. I will invite a pastor to, if I could, I would have loved to invite a pastor, a very sound Christian person, to my show one day so that we would put this conversation I'm about to have side by side. Now, if you come to me today, Twinkle Toes, and I know your name and your mother's name, and you come to me today to say, Iyanifa, I want to know my purpose in life and I need direction in life. And then there's a pastor that sits here and I sit here as an Iyanifa. I will do a divination with a divination tool, and an Odrifa will come out for your life. And I will be able to break it down for you under this. Now, I'm asking Twinkle Toes, you are a Christian and you believe in Jehovah and the Holy Spirit. Now, I'm asking you this question about yourself. Have you been able to find out your purpose and your destiny in life? What's your purpose in life? Let's even have a little assignment, practical assignment. Twinkle Toes, what is your purpose in life? This thing that I'm doing right now is my purpose. My old Ifa says I'm supposed to come to life to be an Iyanifa and to teach Ifa in a way that it has not been taught before. To break down major purposes, to help people to unlearn the misconceptions and the lies that they have learned about Ifa, about Africa, about their identity, to help them unlearn the misconception and the lies, and to teach them the undiluted, unwatered down truth about their life, and to help them to know how to apply the teachings of Ifa to their modern day life. That's it for me. Now, in clear terms, Twinkle Toes, I don't want you to say yes, you know your purpose. In clear terms, what's your purpose in life? It should not be something hidden. It should be something that you know. In clear terms, 1 sentence, 2 sentences, what's your purpose in life? According to what the Holy Spirit told you. I have many gifts, but I don't know yet what I want. I don't know yet. I am supposed to help the broken and the lost surrender to Jesus. What does that even mean? The broken and the lost, what does that mean? That's a very ambiguous thing. Now, this thing that you said right now is in Christianity is called winning souls. You are winning souls. But that is the mandate of everybody that is a Christian. Everybody that is a Christian is supposed to win souls. He's supposed to help people that are broken and lost come to Jesus. It's not only Twinkle Toes that has this purpose. It's a general thing. Bring people into Christianity. Market Christianity and increase the number of Christians in the world. That's what it means. That is just what it means. And it's a general statement for everybody. While I was in church, everybody has the mandate to bring people to Jesus. I'm asking you as a person. You see this mandate I just told you now, is not every IFA practicing person that has it. Nobody has mandated every IFA practicing person to go and teach about IFA. No. There are people that are selected for it. You see how I teach effortlessly. The reason I'm using a guide is because hours will go if I start speaking to you like this. So. No. Twinkle Toe said God does talk. I'm not asking if God talks or if God does not talk. I'm asking you, what is your purpose in life according to what the Holy Spirit told you? Your specific purpose, you as a person, what are you doing here? Apart from preaching the gospel that everybody is preaching. Christianity is an organization and you are winning more people into that organization. That's a general thing that everybody is doing from age 5. Twinkle Toe says, I have a lot of other gifts. I'm not talking about gifts. Gift is not your purpose. Is anybody on YouTube? Is anybody on ChatGPT? Can you find the difference between your purpose and your destiny in life and the gifts that you have? You have a lot of gifts. So what if you have gift of singing, dancing, acting, and taking care of people? Which one are you going to choose that is your purpose in life? Or you can just decide to do any one of it. A purpose is a specific thing. Specific thing. See, look at this spoon. When I buy this spoon, the purpose of this spoon is to eat. What's the purpose of a spoon? Is to take and eat. That's the purpose of the spoon. If my toddler takes this spoon and goes into the sand outside and she's using this spoon to pack sand from here to there, can the spoon pack sand from here to there? Yes. Is that the purpose of this spoon? No. My toddler does not know that spoon is meant for the kitchen alone. She doesn't know that the purpose for which we bought this spoon is to eat. So she took it outside and she's using it to play in the sand. I'm the one that will correct her. That's not the purpose of the spoon. But she says, Mommy, but the spoon can take sand. Those are the many gifts you are talking about. One of the gifts of this spoon is to pack sand. You can put it into poop and use it to move poop from here to here. But that's not the purpose of the spoon. The purpose of the spoon is for eating. He said, my purpose is to fulfill my spiritual contract. What is that spiritual contract? You are still giving me an ambiguous statement. What is that spiritual contract? My purpose is to take souls away from the devil. That's the purpose of every Christian. Are you listening to yourself? The purpose of every Christian. Twinkle Toes, are you the only one that is supposed to take souls from the devil? Twinkle Toes said her purpose is to fight spiritual battle. You think you are the only one that is fighting spiritual battle? Every human being is fighting spiritual battle. Every Christian human being is snatching the soul of people from the devil. That is a general mandate that you have because you are a part of an institution. Now, take yourself out of that institution. Who are you and what is your purpose? Imagine they give a verdict in Nigeria today and they say nobody should preach. How do you want to fulfill your purpose of preaching? Can you see how practical we are being right now? A lot of people have not broken these things down practically. I was a pastor for so many years. So these things you are telling me is the things that I've told people over and over again. Trust me, I know them. Our purpose is to fulfill the will of God. Our purpose is to win souls. Everybody's purpose is to fulfill the will of God. You can fulfill the will of God as a doctor, as a lawyer, as a senator, as a caregiver. You can fulfill the purpose of God as a full housewife. But you as a person, Johnson Brown, Johnson Janet Brown, the daughter of Maria. What is that thing that you are doing? Now, things like this is what gets people frustrated in life, because things like this gives you the idea that you are just one out of so many people. It just gives you the idea that you are one out of so many people. It is not narrowed down to you as a person. You don't feel that you have anything you are doing in life as a person. It makes you feel like you are just one out of a crowd. Now, that's just number one. Oh, that's just one thing I asked you now. Now, in Ifa, I will be able to tell you your purpose and your destiny's assignment. That is not a general statement. Number two, I will be able to tell you about past life and karmic patterns. If I decide to ask Twinkle Toes now, what are your past life and your karmic patterns? Is either he or she doesn't believe in it or they don't know, because there's nothing in Christianity that tells you about that. Number three, I will be able to tell you your life phases and your timeline, which means that what? Different phases of your life that you experience. In your adulthood, middle adulthood, or teenage years, these are the things that you experience. In your young adult life, these are the things that you experience. In your elderly adult life, these are the things that you experience. Twinkle Toes, as a Christian, is the Holy Spirit able to help you tell you this? And if the Holy Spirit has told you this, can you give us an idea what the Holy Spirit told you that you are probably likely to be experiencing in the next 5 years? Aside from, I will live a good life, I will not fall sick, I will shine brightly and fulfill the will of God. Specifically as a human being, what are you going to be experiencing? I'm waiting for someone that is a Christian to answer me chapter, what, verse, what in the Bible is able to tell them what and what they will be experiencing at different phases of their life. Okay, Twinkle Toe says no, it's not like that. But in Ifa is like that. It is as definite as that. The different phases of your life. Ifa will narrate it to you. Some people will marry early in life. Your purpose in Ifa is able to tell you that you as a person, Twinkle Toes as a person, you will marry early in life. If you are going to struggle with marriage and childbearing, and it will come later in life, Ifa is able to tell you that it will come later in life, so that when there is a delay, you will not think that God hates you. Now, Twinkle Toe says Christianity is not able to tell them that, but she hopes to grow to be a better person. What does better mean? If you don't know where you are going and where you are coming from, how do you define better? If I say this thing is better than this thing, it's because I can see the two of them. That's why I can say this one is better than this. If I've never seen this one before, can I say this thing is better than iPad? Okay, you know what iPad is. Let me coin a word and say iCat. Can I say this thing I'm holding, this mic is better than iCat? Is this mic better than iCat? Comment section. Is this mic I'm holding, is it better than iCat? I need you guys to answer. TikTok, YouTube is one that is taking over engagement today. Is this mic better than iCat? Comment section. Auntie Ajoke, Nature by Royal Arts. Is this, someone says, I don't know what iCat is. Exactly. So when somebody says, I hope to be better, you hope to be better because you know your past and you know your future and you are measuring something. So Christianity is not able to tell you about your past life. It's not able to tell you about your future. How do you become better? When you are doing that thing, how do you know the definition of what you are doing is better? You see where religion is lacking. Okay. Let's move on to the so many things Ifa shows you about your destiny. Oh. Individual basis. Oh. Let's move on to it. It talks about your emotional architecture. Emotional architecture. Ifa is able to tell you describe you emotionally. This child you gave birth to, they will be very impatient and they will be somebody that is easily angered. So as a parent, watch when this child is angry. Help them to curtail their anger so that they don't say words they cannot take back. Some people are naturally like that, some people are not. Some people beat them, slap them, spit at them, they'll just be looking at you like this. Naturally, they don't have the strength. They will rather run away. But for some people, before you say they will have given you 350 words in exchange for that. Ifa divination is able to help a parent to know the emotional architecture of their children so that they can guide them. Chapter what, verse what in the Bible does the Holy Spirit tell you the emotional architecture of your life? As Christian, you just grow up to know yourself. Then you now start to say, it looks like I have anger issue. Let me work on my anger. Let me go for anger management classes. Ifa will have already told your parents that the day you were born, 3 days after you were born, if I would have told you that, if I would have told you that this child is a very empathic person, and if they don't take time, people will cheat them. They will allow people to walk over them. This child is not a child that will be able to emotionally stand up for themselves. Your parents will know that before your naming ceremony, before you are 1 week old. If I will tell them that, there is no part of religion that tells anybody that. You will just find out that your child goes to school, they are bullying the child, they are shouting at the child, and you told them, how can your classmates shout at you like that? What kind of a child are you? You don't even look like me. You didn't take after me. I'm sure it's your mother's people. It's your mother's part of the family that is like that. And the child is like, everybody should stop shouting. I don't know how to yell at my classmates when they yell at me. You are not able to understand that that is the emotional architecture of that child. Do you know how many children that their parents have taught them down, making them feel less than a child just because of their emotional architecture? Instead of you to have found out that about your child and groom the child in a way they can make the best use of what they have. There is a difference between I talk a lot and I talk too much. Two different things. Excuse me. I talk a lot and I talk too much. They are two different things. What you do with your words is what differentiates between I talk a lot and I talk too much. But when your parents already know that the emotional architecture of this child is ọmọ ilé ìròjọ́ ọ̀tọ̀ lálẹ́. This child can talk about, this child can give you the news of 50 years time before it happens. As a parent, you now help to nurture that child. Let the child take up roles that has to do with speaking, but speaking words that is productive. The same energy that makes somebody gossip from today tomorrow is the same energy that somebody else is putting into being what do they call it in school? When you are having tutorials, being the head of the tutorial team, teaching other students, the same speaking abilities and speaking gifts that your tutorial head has is the same one that girl that is always gossiping her. They just know how to channel it based on the fact that somebody has told them this about themselves. You have this gift. If you don't go this way, it's likely to become a problem. Christianity is not going to tell you that until you become an adult that is responsible for yourself. You make mistakes by talking too much. Then you now see that, Holy Spirit, please guide me. I want to say the right words at the right time. Something your parents were supposed to have known since you are a child to guide you through life. Emotional architecture. Emotional architecture. Ifa is able to tell you your strength, your weaknesses, your fear, your health destiny. You see that health destiny part? Very important. When you are finding out your purpose in Ifa, your old Ifa will talk about the part of your health that is likely to be a challenge as you grow through life, so that you can watch it. If Ifa says that this child is likely to have pneumonia, they are susceptible to have flu and anything related to cold, the parent already knows to protect that child. That child will never be seen playing in the rain, will never be seen lying on the floor. The moment that child wants to sleep on the floor, carry her quickly, carry her quickly. Ifa has already said pneumonia is one of the biggest things that you fight. They will write the child and put them on the bed. Some other children will lie down on the floor for 2 years. They are not going to have pneumonia. It's not because God loves this one and God does not love this one. It doesn't require you to now say, Father, in the name of Jesus, I refuse to have pneumonia. Carry yourself from the floor. Your human body is flawed. There are certain things that are genetic. Oh no, I do not carry the genes of my parents, I carry the genes of Zion. All things are passed away, all things has become new. Until you have the same diabetes that your father has. If I will tell you that that child is carrying the gene of diabetes, ìtọ̀ ṣúgà là ń pè é, it will be shown if it is there in your odu. You will see it. Your parents already know from day zero that you are likely to have high blood pressure, to have low sugar, high sugar, heart problem. They know how to guide you into not getting it. If they say a child is likely to have problem with their lungs, you think your parents will encourage you to smoke? Or haven't you seen people that started smoking from age 13 and they live to age 90 and they are still smoking and nothing happened to them? Yet some people will pass at the age of 25. They say is something that has to do with their lungs due to smoking. Some people will have problem with their lungs by virtue of the fact that they live with people smoking. Different people. Does God love this one more than this one? No. Their destinies are different, and these are things you are supposed to know. Religion cannot tell you. It's not possible. I don't know a lot about Islam, but Christian religion, I know it inside and out. It's not going to tell you that. You are just going to grow up in life to find out, or grow up in life to keep yourself against every form of sickness that you know. And that's what we are doing today. Somebody comes on social media. Don't eat egg. Eating too much egg is going to give you this. Another person will come tomorrow. You have to eat 3 eggs a day. Somebody will say sleep for 8 hours. Another person will say don't sleep. You see the confusion? Everybody is right, but they are narrating something that has to do with different people per time. Let me give you an example. People say don't eat sugar. Don't take anything that has to do with sugar. Make sure if you drink this tea, it will help you manage your sugar. Let me give you an example. Hibiscus tea, Zobo. Hibiscus tea Zobo is common in West Africa and in Jamaica as our indigenous teas, right? Now, one of the things that Zobo does, hibiscus drink, is it helps you manage your sugar level and your blood level. I cannot drink it because what? It will lower sugar level. Naturally, my blood sugar level tends towards low. So my body system can manage sugar better than your own. So when they say drink this tea, it will lower your blood sugar, it is a danger for somebody like me. When they say drink this thing, it will lower your blood pressure, it is a danger for somebody like me. I don't need anything to lower my blood pressure again. Different people, the same thing. That is what Ifa does. Ifa does not treat you as a collective person. Ifa does not treat you as a collective person. Ifa gives you individual instruction that has to do with your life. There are sometimes I used to, back in the day, before I understood how my body system works, I will run down to the hospital. I'm feeling faint. I'm feeling lightheaded. I'm feeling like passing out. The first thing my doctor will say is, go and buy a bottle of soda and drink it. After you drink that bottle of soda, tell me how you are feeling. By the time I drink 500 ml, 50 cl, 75 cl of a bottle of soda, it's like somebody gave me life again. Meanwhile, that's the same soda they will tell you not to drink. So instead of taking soda and the side effect that comes with it, I have come to understand my body. I eat fruits that is high in fructose. I eat them several times during the day so that they can continue to release sugar into my system. That is me as a person. That's not a general go into all the world and preach the gospel. But the person that told you don't drink soda, is the person right or wrong? Yes. But is that conversation right for me? No. Ifa allows you to know yourself personally and get rules and regulations that works for you personally, because that is how the journey of life is, personal. So any religion you are practicing that does not give you personal clarity about you as a person, just give you a collective, we are here to fulfill the will of God, we are here to snatch people from the gates of hell, we are here to lead the broken-hearted to heaven. It's a general rule of life. It still doesn't see you as a person. That's just a mandate to grow and increase the number of people in a church. Frosty said, see, religion doesn't always hold us personally accountable, but in spirituality, we become responsible for every action. For every action. Religion does not hold you accountable personally. It's a general thing, oh. But when it comes to spirituality, when it comes to Ifa, it's an individual job. But look at life. You to look at life as an adult. Put religion and spirituality aside. Look at life as an adult. Is life not on individual basis? Haven't you lived life long enough as an adult to know that life is individual? Haven't you seen two children born the same day, the same month, the same year, raised under the same parents, have different approaches to life, end up in two different ends of life? Both of them will have different experiences in life. We have lived adult life long enough to know that this life is on individual basis. Now, the thing that I was reading out for you about destiny, we have 28 of them. 28 of them. Under those topics, your destiny is broken down. I talked about your health destiny, your finance, your business, your career, your relationship, your marriage, the people and the things you are compatible with, your friendship, your social life, academics, children, spiritual calling, the location that you are supposed to live, the environmental sensitivity of that location. I always like to digress at this point. Christianity cannot tell you that. Now, when it comes to location, it's even funny. If you're an African, if you're a Nigerian, if you're a Ghanaian, if you're a Kenyan, Ugandan, Tanzanian, your location destiny as a religious person is usually overseas, abroad, outside of your country, 70% of the time. If an average African person gets a visa today to relocate to UK, to USA, to Canada, to Europe, it is the will of God. Everybody is shouting hallelujah. Everybody is saying, God has done it again. He has done it for me. Pastor, I've received my visa. Now, what does that make the God you are serving? It makes the God you are serving look like somebody that is confused. He raised you, made you to be born in a different country, but he says your success lies somewhere else. Every African Christian that travels abroad today is a miracle, is the answer to their prayer. That is the destination. That's the location of their destiny. That's the location where God wants them. Hardly do you find any Christian that says they were denied visa and they say it's the will of God for them to remain in Nigeria and build Nigeria. No, abroad is always the will of God. Meanwhile, there are people that are thriving in this same Nigeria who have never been to Murtala Mohammed Airport before. They've never even gone by air to Abuja before. They will thrive successfully in this Nigeria. Haven't you seen people that went abroad and nothing to show for it? Haven't you seen people that relocated? They said, praise the Lord, I got visa. 20 years in Europe, nothing to show for it. Then they come back to their home country in shame and they start life and they make a success. That's where we got the song, Ìbá ti tètè mọ̀, pé ẹni à ń bá jayé pẹ́ lè ní. Ìbá má ti ròkun rọ̀ṣà, ìbá jókòó sílé bàbá mi. Ìbá ti tètè mọ̀. If I had known that this land of my forefathers is the one that will make me succeed, I will not have gone to the valley and to the sea. I would have sat down here early enough and made a success. Ifa is able to tell you where success lies for you when it comes to geography, when it comes to location. Some people are destined to go across the oceans and succeed there. It's not everybody, but religion makes it look like as if the miracle of every African today is to get a visa. Meanwhile, let me tell you how specific Ifa is. Two of us can go to a Babalawo for divination, and Ifa will say, Iyanifa Ewa, you are supposed to go to New York. Babalawo, Babalawo Ifakunle, you are supposed to go to New York. Now, inside that same New York, Ifa can tell, my old Ifa can tell me that I'm supposed to stay in the hustling and bustling part of the environment. And Ifa of Babalawo Kunle, Ifa Kunle will tell him, you are supposed to be in the quiet part of the environment. But Ifa directed both of us to New York. It means that I can live in Queens. I can live in Manhattan. I can live in those places. Babalawo Ifakunle cannot live there despite the fact that he's in New York. Babalawo Ifakunle will be redirected to Long Island. That's a quieter environment. If Babalawo Ifakunle stays in Queens, he is not likely to succeed despite the fact that it is still New York. We can both be in Lagos and somebody is thriving in Ikorodu and another person is thriving in Lekki, and somebody else will leave Ikorodu and say, I want to step up my game and go to where the big boys are. The moment he enters into Lekki and VI, that's the end of his success in life. Everything will just start going like this inside the same Lagos. You see how specific Ifa is. Ifa will tell some people that if you're eventually going to build a house, make sure that you build a house or buy a property along the coastal area, along where there is water. Along where there is water. Some people's old Ifa have told them. So if they want to rent a house, the first thing they say, where is the nearest river, stream, or ocean? If there is no river, stream, or ocean in proximity to this, I can't live in this place. They already know. But what part of religion is going to tell you that? If you get your visa today to America, religion says go to the place where you know somebody. And religion says when you get there, pray. I take over this land in the name of Jesus. This land is going to prosper me in the name of Jesus. Religion is telling you to force the hands of God into that place. But the land is the Lord and the fullness thereof. Anywhere God is, there is success. Is a lie. You and I have lived adult life enough to know that it is not anywhere that air is or God is that you can succeed. If it is anywhere that God is, why do you want to japa? Why do you want to go abroad? Why don't you just sit there in Nigeria and say, God, I have to succeed? Why are you looking for greener pastures? If your God can do anything, why are you seeking greener pastures outside of the place you are born? Why do you need visa before you can succeed? It is because success has a higher chance for you somewhere than in another place. It doesn't have anything to do with God. It has to do with you as a person. You are the same person in Nigeria. You get to UK, you start to thrive. That environment is aligned with your destiny and is working for you. Yoruba will say, ibẹ̀ yẹn gbé ẹ, kò ń ṣe bí gbogbo nílé ayé ló máa gbé gbogbo wa. That place is aligned with your success. It is not every geographical location on earth that is aligned with your success. So how do you know the one that is aligned with your success? Ifa tells you in your old Ifa clearly. Tells you the environment and the description of the environment. Ifa would also tell you about how to activate your destiny. Things to avoid. You see that things to avoid. That's the reason a lot of people are suffering in life unnecessarily. things to avoid, your taboos. Yoruba calls it a war. My father told me something. He said, if you want to start up a new career, start up a new business, start up a new thing, the first thing to learn is not how that thing works. The first thing to learn is how that thing will fail, or the things that will make that thing not work. The moment you learn how it fails and how it doesn't work, you are on a 70% chance for success. Your taboo are the things that tell you how your life is going to fail, how your life will not succeed. The things that you do that will make your life go down the drain, those are your taboos. What are the taboos of somebody that is in religion? Thou shalt not commit fornication, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not have any other God before me, thou shalt not lie, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not. General rule that applies to everybody. Does anybody need to tell you, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not lie? Nobody needs to tell you. Go and steal, let them catch you in the market. Tó bá ju táyà sí ẹ lọ́rùn, you will know thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not covet your neighbor's wife. Go and sleep with the wife of the major general. Major general is far. Go and look for one mopo and sleep with his wife. Nobody needs to tell you thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods. Thou shalt not murder. Thou shalt not take the life of any other person. Take the life of somebody, let them catch you. Go and do it in a country that still practices capital punishment. Oh, that one is not taboo. These are just general, natural things. But when you are speaking about taboo, specific things that you will do, that other people will do and it will work for them, you will try it, it will not work for you. How many of you tried so many things while you were in the uni? Take, for instance, I went to a private university in Nigeria, Babcock University. In my school, there are certain things you are not supposed to do. Other students will do it. Everybody is doing abortion, D and C. Some girls have done it 5 times. Nothing happened to them. The day you try it once, that one time that you try, that's when the doctor will say your womb has ruptured. The day one girl tries it the first time, that's the day she will become unalive. She will go with the baby. Meanwhile, other people have been doing it 8 times, 10 times. Odrifa will tell you in your Odru. What are you looking for? Go, you can go. Odrifa will tell you in your Odu that if you ever get pregnant or a woman gets pregnant for you, don't you dare to abort the pregnancy. That's not a general rule in Ifa. That's not a general human rule. There are countries that it is legal for you to terminate a pregnancy. There are sometimes that is even medically advisable. That's not a general rule of life. Have you ever been to a country that says you can steal somebody's thing? Have you ever been to a country that says you can unalive somebody? Those are natural laws. There are laws that is specific to each individual. If somebody else tries it, they will succeed. If you try it, you will fail. There are certain businesses that you will do. Everybody will thrive in that business. You are not allowed to, no matter how much you try. If you inherit a successful one, the moment it gets into your hand, it will fail. It is a taboo to your destiny. Some people will be told in their old refer, one of their taboos is don't engage in any business that has water involved in it. It's your taboo. It is not a whether I like it or I don't like it. It's your natural taboo. No matter how much you pray in Jesus' name for now to 2,000 years, success cannot meet you in that business. Your destiny forbids it. Some people's destiny, some Odrifa or Sameji as an example, forbids a person from being permanently in a situation or in a place. Like you buy a house now and you say, this is my permanent house address. Odrifa or Sameji forbids it. Or Sameji is the Odrifa of the birds. Odrifa àwọn ẹlẹ́yẹ. It will move you from one place to another. Once you are here, it doesn't mean you cannot buy a house, so you can buy a house somewhere. But after like 1.5 to 2 years, move. It will take you in another direction. You have to be moving. Let fresh air of another country blow on you. Even if it's 3 weeks vacation, move. If you stay there more than a certain period of time, your success that is going will get to a peak and start to decline. But some people's old river says they should sit down. That place where they are sitting, that's when their blessings will come and meet them. They don't need to move anywhere. Ore ìjókòó ni ibi tó jókòó sí ló ti máa gbà á. And then me, that my own Odrifa says I have to move from place to place. I will now tell myself, in Jesus' name, as I stay in this land for the next 10 years, it will work for me. It's a lie. Your taboos in life, that's one thing Ifa tells you that religion cannot tell you. As simple as the color of the clothes that you will wear, Ifa will instruct you on it. As simple as, am I supposed to sleep in the dark or sleep with lights on? Ifa will tell you. As simple as, am I supposed to drink cold water or not? Your Odrifa will tell you. Some people's Odrifa instructs them. After working for 5 days, make sure you pause and rest. It doesn't matter who you are working for or what you are doing. You have to make sure that after every 5 days you rest. When you see such people going through life, their body and their mental health breaks down easily. Meanwhile, some other people are working at a stretch for a whole year before they rest. And people are wondering, how do you do it? Different destinies for different people with different taboos attached to it. You are welcome. I took that digression to explain something to, what's the person's name? Tiny Toes or Twinkle Toes? I think it's Twinkle Toes. And for every other person that is also new here, and to also remind the rest of us that already know it. Now let's go back to the story of Orunmila in that Itan. So we have already learned that don't unalive yourself before Iku comes. The messenger is always watching. The messenger is always watching. The second thing I need you to understand is that the messenger is not only assigned to people with terminal illnesses or a verdict. Okay, Twinkle Toes, you are a woman, so you prefer the pronoun she, right? I usually use the general pronoun they, because these days we don't know who wants to be addressed as he or she or them, or so I just generally use the pronouns they for people, right? So if you hear me address somebody as they, I'm just being gender safe. You understand? Yeah. So it says here that the messenger is quietly watching everybody every day. The ones with short temper, the ones that enter into the wrong car with the wrong driver, the one that is choosing the wrong form of entertainment, the one that is being careless about their everyday reaction, and they are at the wrong place. Your name is Ashley. Okay, Ashley, how are you doing? Thank you so much for being interactive and being engaging today. Ademola Ajao said, good afternoon. How can I know what I can do to be rich in life? Okay. Nature by Royal Arts, please go on YouTube and type the WhatsApp number in the comment section. The WhatsApp number will be typed in the comment section. Copy it and send a message. I cannot tell you on this general live streaming something about your personal life. So we need to ask Ifa, and then Ifa will direct us on what to do. So he says the messenger is watching everybody. Here is where this becomes practical. Let's make this practical. And where I would actually admonish you. YouTube name is ΙYÁΝÍΦÁ TV on YouTube. Izafa Blessing, please type it in the comment section. You can meet someone on the road and get into an altercation. Please, I need everybody to listen to this part. A lot of people have gotten themselves into problems they know nothing about because they were not aware of this part. If you meet somebody on the road today and you get into an altercation with them, and the person has already been marked by the messenger of Iku, and you lay your hands on them, you push them or you hit them, and in that moment where you lost control, poof, the person dies. Poof, the person becomes unalive. Now you are responsible. you are responsible for that person's demise. Meanwhile, you just pushed him like this. Oh. Meanwhile, you just pushed him like this. Oh. You didn't do anything more than that. Oh. But because that person has been marked already by Iku, the messenger of Iku is looking for every available means to take that person. And you, they've been warning you to work on your anger, but you say no. How can somebody say something to me like that and you should keep quiet? You cannot ask me to keep quiet. I will talk. You cannot just tell me to walk away like that. They've been warning you. You know, I said the messenger is following everybody. The person that you push and you that you're about to push somebody is following both of you. Then all of a sudden, you push that person and the person falls down in his own alive. And you happen to do it in an angry mob, and then they start to throw stones at you, beat you until you yourself become unalive. Iku has taken two people at the same time because you do not have sense. Nature by Royal Arts, break the number the way it is usually is 234-808-417-2309. Please copy it like that. The next one you are going to post, let it follow that order. No, 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 no. You will confuse people if you post it immediately after. They don't know where the last number stops. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Don't do that. Just hold on so that you will not confuse anybody. Before you start it, drop a message that says this is the WhatsApp number before you start posting it, so they know where the number stops. Then after you post it, also type this is the WhatsApp number so they know where it ends. There are too many numbers right now. Sorry about that. So he will post it again and tell you where he has started and where it has stopped. And people get into that. You get into an argument with somebody. Something happens to them that is unrelated with you. They start investigation. Who is the person he had an issue with last? Oh, he was seen having an argument in the office upstairs with the manager. Oh, he and his girlfriend were having a heated argument last night. You'll be the first suspect. You don't know anything about it. You just had an argument. Is it wrong for people to have arguments again? No. You just had an argument with them. And then the person becomes unalive tomorrow. And then you are the one that is held responsible. You don't realize that Iku has marked that person. Now, this Odrifa is telling us what? As you are making choices in life, you want to physically or verbally fight somebody, pause and ask yourself, what if this person has been marked by the messenger of Iku for death? This particular incident had happened. My mom was she was in the teaching practice while she was still a classroom teacher way back when I was in primary school, I was in primary school at the time. She came home to tell us that they lost a boy in their school. They were playing soccer. It was just soccer. And the other one was like, the ball is supposed to be for me. The ball is not supposed to be for me. He pushed his other classmates and the guy hit his head against the stone, and immediately that was the end. Now he's a young child. They were both in GS1 or GS2. The law might not have done anything to that child, but for the rest of his life, he will live with that thought that he has unalived somebody. I beg you, as much as you can, avoid, you see, life is too delicate. Avoid it. The same way Orunmila in this story was marked. You did not start the number with +234. Royal Arts, you didn't start the number with +234. The same way Orunmila had the messenger of Iku following him around to see what he's doing. He's following a lot of people around. Their time is close. Òun ló ṣe máa ń sọ pé kí nǹkan tá a rò kó má ba ìta ń rò jẹ́. May the things that we are not thinking about, unforeseen circumstances, may it not destroy the things that we are thinking about. Wọ́n ní kí a má rí alákòóbá. Àwọn tí tiwọn ti bàjẹ́ kán má kó tiwọn bá wa. May our path be kept from wicked and unreasoning people to shine in short. People that are already destined for destruction, may we never get entangled with them. It's a practical prayer. Nobody knows whether they are already marked for equal. Nobody knows whether it's already their time. Somebody is on a journey today in a certain bus. The person is already marked for equal. You now go join yourself in that bus. Even if equal doesn't take you away, if you are not unalive in that crash, you might get badly injured because you have joined yourself to something that doesn't have anything to do with you. But if you had done a divination before that day, if I would have told you, ó níbì kan tẹ́ ẹ máa ń lọ, ó níbì láàrin ijọ́ méje ẹ má lọ síbì kankan, kò ń ṣe ibi iṣẹ́ o, kò ń ṣe ilé ẹ̀kọ́, ibì kan tẹ́ ti lọ ń gbafẹ́, àbẹ́nìkan pè yín sí àpèjẹ kan, wọ́n ní kẹ́ ẹ wá ṣe patí, Ifá ní kẹ́ ẹ má lọ tó fi máa péjọ́ méje. I will translate that in English. A certain old Ifa will tell you that there is a certain place that you usually go often. It's not your place of work, it's not your school. Or somebody is coming to invite you to a party or to a journey. Over the next 7 days, don't go there. Odùifá yẹn á wá padà sọ pé ká fi ṣe pé ẹyẹ tó dá iná tó dá fún ẹyẹ gúnugún, ẹyẹ ẹ̀mí ló fi ń sun. The fire that was set for the vulture to consume the vulture, it now becomes that fire will consume something else. The fire has already been set to consume the vulture, but the vulture can see that fire ahead. Kò ń ṣe èmi, kò ń ṣe èmi, àfọlá. He will be able to keep himself for it. That responsibility lies on you. Iyanifa, are you saying that one is able to live their life forever without being unalive? No, there is a balance of life. You came, you will go. But the timing is very important. There is an untimely passing. That is where that word comes from. Untimely passing. Being untimely unalive, there is untimely part of it. The timely one is you have fulfilled your purpose, you have done it, and you are ready to go. Untimely one, òun ni Yorùbá máa ń ṣe ń sọ pé Elédùmarè má jẹ́ ká fọjọ́ ọlọ́jọ́ lọ. May I not pass out of this life in a time that is not my own. May I not become unalive before it is my time. After you have said Ashe, make sure that the spiritual and physical part of it, you are doing it. So Ifa says, understand the fact that the messenger of Iku is following people around. Same goes for arguments. You and a friend, your boyfriend, gets into a conflict. 2 days later, they are unalive. You become the first suspect. It's not a superstition. It happens. Oh, I overheard, the neighbors will say, I overheard she and the husband quarreling. I've been hearing them. And the husband will say, if you move near me today, I will unalive you. He's just saying it. He doesn't have the strength to unalive his wife. But neighbors are hearing it. Then the woman gets involved in a crash. He's the prime suspect. Some of you, ẹnu yìí náà ní, ẹnu nìkan dẹ̀ lẹ ní o. You don't have action to back up your words, but you see these your words, you will say it till it gets you into trouble. You will say those words till it gets you into trouble. But the only thing you know how to say is what? If they give you cane to beat a chicken, you cannot. You have to be shaking like this. But if they tell you to insult the president, within 2 seconds, you have written foolscap sheets. You have already written newsletter. Your mouth can go anywhere. You are the one in the comment section. What's the meaning of that? How can a man of this age be doing? You are the one in the comment section. You can type anything behind the keypad. When the ori of that person you are insulting in the comment section starts to fight you, they will now say, he's your village people, he's your father's second wife. Leave your stepmother alone, let her eat garri and akara in peace. Leave her alone, let her drink water and drop cup. You are the one that went to look for ìwọ ló lọ fi gọ̀ǹgọ̀ fa nǹkan tó wẹ̀ òkú. Whether you are typing those words, you are saying it, or you physically want to assault somebody, think about it before you do it. It's not every time that is necessary. Some people have altered the course of their destiny by just doing that. Number 4. Now, at this point, I'm going to speak to men and women separately. Frosty, I would respond to your comments, your questions. I'm coming to it. Let me be done with number 4. I would speak with men and women separately at this point, but I'll start with women. I want to speak directly to the women that are watching me right now. When life gets hard, when a relationship ends, when grief hits, when you get overwhelmed, when there is a medical diagnosis, the first thing that you tend to do is to go, the first place that you tend to go is inside yourself. You stop eating properly. You stop dressing for yourself. You stop taking care of yourself. You isolate yourself. You stop being intimate with your partner. You just collapse your life. That's usually what women do first. The first person you punish is yourself. Something is overwhelming around you. It looks like the end of the world has come. It looks like people is staring at you in the face like this. The first thing you do is punish yourself, deal with yourself, cut yourself off. As women, we have a very high tendency of doing that. But Ifa says, look at what Orunmila did in this old Ifa. Understand what you are actually doing. Every one of those things is exactly what makes a person easy to find and easy to read. Orunmila did the exact opposite on his worst day. He fed himself. He adorned himself. He stayed connected to family. He stayed intimate with his partners. That was not indulgence. That was his armor. Your self-care on your hardest days is not vanity, is not illusion, is not delusion, is self-defense. You neglecting yourself in the name of a diagnosis, in the name of you have 3 months to live, in the name of depression or grief is the fastest way to actually hand yourself over to the end. Iyanifa, are you now saying that when people are going through hurt and pain, they should not grieve? I did not say that though. Grieve as much as you can, but don't lose yourself in the process. When a woman loses her child, she cries and she cries. It gets to a point that people say, ẹkún yìí ti ń pọ̀ jù, àrùn ló máa dá sí yín lára. This weeping and crying is too much. It would swell up another illness or sickness inside you that could end your own life. Your children are gone, yes, but you are still alive. Cry as much as you can, grieve as much as you can, but don't lose yourself in the process. Yanifa, you don't understand that heartbreak. I dated that man for 17 years. We were engaged for 5 years. We were supposed to be married 10 years. It's okay. Your life is not tied to his own. You are not born hand in hand like this. Even twins that were born hand in hand, they still went their separate ways eventually. I know it hurts you. I know it's painful. But on the flip side of it, you too, what are you doing dating somebody for 17 years? What were you hoping to get out of it? First, bachelor's, master's, and PhD. Because somebody that went to school for 17 years already has bachelor's degree, master's degree, and PhD. What were you planning to get out of 17 years relationship, auntie? We were engaged for 4 years. They gave you ring for 4 years, engagement ring. What is the Lord of the Rings? What engagement are you doing for 4 years? After 2 years, you are not supposed to know where you are going. I'm just saying, after 2 years, you are not supposed to know where you are going. Iyanifa, you do understand. He said I should wait for him so that he can build money. So you waited for him. I just want to know. You post your life and you waited for a man, or you post your life and you waited for a woman. Were you not living your life in the process? Were you not building something for yourself in the process? Why are you sounding as if 17 years of your life was just thrown away? When you are dating that man, there's nothing of advantage and purpose that you are doing for yourself. The only thing you are doing in 17 years was dating. There was nothing that that man was doing to improve your own life. If that is the case, then you are the problem. You are the problem. You are the one. You are the one that made it easy for somebody to just do you gazebos. Because if the relationship did not end in marriage, but that person was able to make you a better person, they helped you to grow your business, to grow your life, to grow your career, to become a better woman, then the relationship did not fail. Then you did not lose. The only thing you did not gain is marriage. You gained other things now. How can I get your contact? Please, somebody on YouTube is asking for the contact. Go to the comment section, mentioned by Royal Arts. You still gain certain things. The only thing you did not gain was marriage, which is why I tell people, if you are dating, the end goal, the only thing that comes out of dating is not marriage. You have a life that is outside of marriage. You have an everyday life you are living. Remember, I mentioned it earlier in this live streaming. You have an everyday life you are intentionally living. Ask yourself, this relationship I'm going to, what if it doesn't end in marriage? What other thing would I have gained? If there is nothing else you are going to gain from that relationship aside from marriage, you are wasting your time. Except both of you have gone to swear an oath. You have sworn an oath together to say, come rain, come shine. It's either you marry me or we both go to heaven. But if it's left to their free will, and that's the only thing you want to get out of it, you are wasting your time. Make sure that every relationship you are into, you are growing every stage of your life. But religion will tell you that that's selfish. So, Iyanifa, you are saying that women are supposed to focus on what they can get for a man to grow themselves, even if it doesn't work in marriage. Yes. The same way I'm telling men, if you are engaged to a woman today, you meet a woman today, the only thing that can come out of that relationship is not marriage. Look for a woman that can grow your life, even if she doesn't marry you. So that if you spend 4 years in that relationship and it doesn't end up in marriage, you will not look at it and say, I wasted my time. This is your life we are talking about. That 4 years of your life, you cannot get it again. You people should stop being, I don't understand. What kind of adults are you? What kind of adults are you? What do you think your life is? You think it's a movie that you can pause and start? That's the way some of you are living on. I gave him 17 years of my life. Until you did not give him 17 years of your life. You are building 17 years of your life with somebody else. Where do you want me to start from again? From where every other person is starting? If one does not work, are you not going to try another one? But because your focus in life as a woman is to marry, you are not seeing whether that man is beating you, he's abusing you, he's taking your money, you are taking loan for a man. You don't know. You have bought everything. You have handed over your father's company just because you want to marry. Then the man say no. Look at what you have lost. You are left with loan to be paying back. You have left with nothing to inherit from your father. You've handed it to somebody else. You dropped out of school for a man. You are left with what? Half a degree. There's no half a degree. You are left with 0 degree. You have taken up the things that the man likes as the things you like. You naturally don't like watching soccer. You have watched every tournament of UEFA with your man because you want to marry. Every 2 hours, I'll be 90 minutes, you end up watching a match. You have lost it. But if you are growing with somebody that I want to grow with you, marriage is in view, yes. But just in case it doesn't end there, because life is a 50-50 chance. Whether it ends the marriage or it doesn't end the marriage, life will still continue. Choose every day to grow in life. You have a purpose in life. Your purpose is to build the biggest school your village has ever seen. When you want to date somebody that can help you grow it, that you can grow it together. So just in case you don't gain marriage, your purpose has grown. No, please let me know that I'm not making sense. If I'm not making sense, please let me know. Because the reason you think life has ended the day that man broke up with you was because you did not have any life outside of that man. That man is your definition of life. So if they take away your definition of life, there's nothing for real. The moment you became Mrs. Abraham Johnson, you lost your identity as Sarah Morgan. The Sarah Morgan that your father and your mother gave birth to, and they spent so much to raise in life. The moment you pick up the identity of Mrs. Abraham Johnson, you lost. Sarah Morgan ended that day. Then one morning, the person that owns the name Abraham Johnson tells you for on what do they call those things? The very common reason for divorce is what? On irreconcilable differences. Based on irreconcilable differences, I can no longer stay married to you. I've fallen out of love with you. 20 years of your life, you were Mrs. Abraham Johnson. They take it away from you. Absolutely nothing left. Nothing. The last 20 years is nothing. You now start to find Sarah Morgan. You remember you were Sarah Morgan. You remember that little girl, that young adult who had dreams and visions about life. You now start to look for her at age 50. The man took the best part of my life. Why would another person take? I don't understand. Why will you hand over the best part of your life to another human being? Kilo shele. I thought they say it's only Jesus that say he wants to take your life. It's only Jesus that is asking you to give him your life now. Why are you giving your life to another human being? At least if you give it to Jesus, they say there's no imaginary heaven. Maybe you will go there. But this man you have handed your life to, what did he say is going to give you in return? I don't understand. What do you think marriage is going to give you? Now, don't misunderstand me. I love love. Those of you that know me, you know. I love love and I love marriage. I love the idea of having your own person to stay with forever. I love love. But I cannot and will not subscribe to the idea of giving your life to your partner. Build it together. Does that mean if divorce happens, it will not hurt? Yes, you are already used to somebody and you now have to be separate. You have to learn to live without them, yes. But don't let it get to the point where you have now lost yourself. You have lost those number of years. No. No, please. That's why you get to that point. That's why you are not able to handle that thing the way Orunmila handled it. Orunmila talked about the fact that I will eat. I will eat fish. I will eat rats. I will enjoy myself. I will be intimate with my life. If Iku wants to come, he will meet us here. Oh. I'm not going to die before. I'm not going to unalive myself before Iku comes. Orunmila heard the worst news anybody can hear. The worst news can be different things to different people. You that you are in a relationship and married, the worst news you can hear is, let's go our separate ways. Orunmila heard the worst news. But Orunmila remembered, I still have myself. They said Iku is coming to take it, but I still have myself. If your wife says she's not doing today, she's not doing again today, do you still have yourself? If your best friend says I'm no longer your friend today, do you still have a life? If God forbid, Eledumare forbids it, if you lose your children today, do you still have a life? Some women, especially single mothers, your children are the center of your world. You might not lose them to passing out of this world. They will grow up, they will get married. You are not able to let them go. Then you become the mother-in-law that is always visiting every five days. You become the mother-in-law that moved in with one box. She dropped the box. Mama, are you going home? Ah, yes, I just want to go and greet them. Ah, Mama, you didn't take the box that you came with. Ah, my daughter, I just said I should leave it here so that, if I come next year to visit you, I don't need to buy clothes. Mama is not coming next year. She's coming tomorrow. Then she will come back after 2 days and carry another box and drop it. Before you know what's happening, the guest room has become Mama's room. Then Mama is saying, maybe I should just stay, Jare, and I should just be staying with my son. And if she sees an iota of disapproval on the face of the daughter-in-law, there is a problem. This is my son. I carried him in my womb. He sucked my breast. This is my son's house. It is, Mama, this is not your house. But sometimes you cannot blame Mama. Mama doesn't have a life outside that son. Everything she did in life was because of those children. She endured the marriage to his father because of him. Now she has seen a way to escape that her husband's house. Mama never enjoyed her marriage. Mama was forced to be a full housewife. She doesn't enjoy it, and she stayed there because of her child. Nítorí ọmọ ni o, ọmọ lè re ilé ọkọ o, nítorí ọmọ ni, ọmọ kọ́ lè re ilé ọkọ. Èrè tó pọ̀ ó wà nílé ọkọ. O ní láti lọ ilé ọkọ kó tó bímọ mọ́, ọmọ kọ́ lè re ilé ọkọ. Tó o bá rérè míì tó fẹ́ jẹ ilé ọkọ ju ọmọ lọ, àǹtí just go and bímọ. Lọ ṣe surrogacy kó lọ bímọ, lọ gba sperm donor kó lọ bímọ. Let me try and interpret that in English. People will say the profit of marriage is a child. No. If the profit you are looking for is children, auntie, go to the sperm bank and go and get pregnant and raise a child. Don't come and put your whole life, your life profit of marriage. Yeah, I'm staying here because of my children. You are staying here because of yourself, because your children will leave eventually. When your child has gotten to the age of 20, 29, 30, 35, and they've not left their father's house, there's a problem. So after that child leaves, what happens to you? You will now see the mother has gone to take care of the baby. My daughter-in-law just had a baby. She has come to, or my daughter just had a baby. She has come to take care of the baby. The baby that they've come to take care of is 5 years old. Mama is still in that house. The baby that they came to take care of is now a teenager. Mama is still in that house. She doesn't have a life outside of her daughter and her son. So apologies to those of you that your in-laws are intruding your life as if their oxygen is inside your sitting room. This is it. Find your own purpose. Find your own life. People at the age of 70 and 80 are still pursuing life purpose. They still have a definition of themselves outside of other people. But you are 23, you don't have a life outside of your boyfriend. If your boyfriend does not pick your call in 24 hours, 911 will recognize your voice. 911 will tell you to stop calling. You will have called his friend, his family, his neighbors, not because you are concerned about his state of health or his well-being. Not because, he told me he was traveling, I need to know if he's back, let's know if he's in danger. That's not why. You cannot your nervous system cannot understand life outside of a relationship. If they break your heart today, you are scrolling through your phone. You either want to recycle an ex or you want to say yes to the next available person. You don't even know what it means to be single again. You don't know what life means if you are by yourself, for yourself, with yourself. You don't know what it means anymore. You are the one that will go to this friend's house today and stay there for 2 weeks. You go and visit the other friend tomorrow, stay there for 2 weeks. Your friends have just come to the conclusion that there is something mentally wrong with you, but they will not tell you. They've accepted you as a friend. You don't have a life outside of people. And you think it's heartbreak that is messing you up. It's not. They are breaking people's hearts every day, oh, all over the world. Oh. And people are not ending their life because of that. Oh. Yanifa, you are talking like you have not experienced serious heartbreak. Isafa Blessing will tell you. Nature by Royal Heart will tell you. Those of you that have watched my 8 hour live streaming will tell you. I've experienced it in every color, shade, and size that it can come from, both in marriage and in relationship. And we are still here. His marriage that ended, life did not end. His man that left, oxygen did not leave. Your liver and your kidney did not leave. His divorce letter they gave you, they did not tell you that you have HIV or cancer. Even people with cancer and HIV, they are still struggling to live life. Somebody now broke up with you, you think that some of you act as if they took your life like this, they just broke it into pieces. You are the one that got yourself to that stage. So this is me telling you, moving forward, restructure your life, redefine your life. Let you be the center of your life. You want to start a business with somebody, don't say, I just decided to go into that business because I see how passionate you are about this idea. What about you? So you are putting your money into a business based on the fact that somebody else is passionate about it. What about you? You don't deserve to put your money into something you are passionate about. There's a difference between if you have shitload of money and you want to do passive income. But the small money you have saved by working hard, nobody is assisting you. You want to put it in a business because the other person is passionate about it. No, what happens to you being the center of that conversation? What happened to the reason for you doing this is because of you? Yeah, and if I'm doing this for my children, yes, you owe it to your minor children because you brought them into this life. They are your responsibilities, but they are not the center of your world because one day they would have to live their own life. So, dear women, you are the first person that I spoke to. Women, please, excuse me, ditch the idea that once life is going south, the first person you punish is yourself. No. I beg you, no. As women, we are too hard on ourselves. When a relationship fails, it's a woman that is wrong. When a couple is married and they've not had children for 10 years, it's the woman that is responsible. She's the one that cannot get pregnant. She's the one that cannot carry pregnancy as though she will impregnate herself. Wọ́n ní ọmọ tó dáa ti bàbá ẹ̀ ni, ọmọ tí ò dáa ni tìyá ẹ̀. When a child is good and successful, the father says, that's my child. When a child is going through rough times and unsuccessful times, go and meet your mother. Abundance Farm said, Unalive, one said shitload of money. I love those words. Thank you. And you see, life has already put women at the shorter end of the stick. Life has already done that for women naturally. Women are naturally the disadvantaged gender, naturally. So why must you now make it worse for yourself? Life already thinks that if a man does not succeed, you are the problem. If a marriage fails, you are the problem. If children don't grow up well, you are the problem. If your adult husband goes to cheat, you are the problem. If your adult husband says, I don't find you attractive again, based on the fact that you gained weight off pregnancy and childbirth and breastfeeding, you are still the problem. Nobody tells the man, this woman brought a life into the world for you. That's why her body changed. Accept her like that, love her like that, let her body naturally heal, then she will go back into the gym. No, you are the one that gave birth to a baby today, is breastfeeding the baby today. I see women, nursing mothers in the comment section saying, please, can I use this weight loss product? And the seller says, are you a nursing mother? Yes. How old is your baby? 2 weeks old. Her baby is just 2 weeks old. She's already bad with the idea of losing weight. and find out it's not for herself. There is no woman there is no nursing mother that has a 2 weeks, 1 month, 3 months old baby that is bothered about losing weight for herself. Is the man, the society, the clothes. She wants to get back to office and be snatched. Is the Owambe party is for the gram. Is for every other person aside from her. Because I don't think there's a sane woman that just pushed another life into this world, another life or lives, that is waking up at night to nurse a baby, that is putting a baby on their back, holding another one in their hand, or if you don't put baby on the back in your country, pushing a stroller and holding a toddler, that is thinking about the fact that I need to hit the gym, I need to cut down on my food. It's always the woman. So life has already put you in that position. The least you can do for yourself is to be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Last week or 2 weeks ago, I talked about that statement, what does a woman bring to the table? In case you missed it, let me run through it for another 1 minute. If a man is marrying you with the aim of raising a family with you, and is asking you, what do you bring to the table? My dear sister, your womb and your body is what you have brought to the table, even if you don't have any other thing. Your womb and your body that you will use to procreate a child and hand it over to him to name the child by his family last name. That's what you have brought to the table. Let me see a man recreate life by himself, for himself. If the man tells you, if that's the only thing you bring to the table, I can find another woman, he still needs another what? Woman. Not another man. Another woman. And that another woman, that's what she brings to the table. Because that is the only thing that a woman can bring to the table that a man cannot duplicate. Every other thing that is brought to the table of marriage and relationship, a woman can replicate it. What is the man bringing? He's bringing money. Which law in your country says a woman cannot work for money or cannot have money? What is he bringing to the table? I'm the provider, I'm the protector. Who protects human beings more than a woman? Now, when they find women who have been providing and protecting themselves before they met you, what can you bring to her? She has already been providing for herself. She's already protecting herself, her younger siblings, her elderly parents, and maybe children from past relationships. She's already providing security for them. She's already a spiritual authority for them. So please, excuse me, sir, what do you bring to the table that she has not already brought? When they now meet women like that, she's so proud. She's so disrespectful. She's not submissive. She's not the Proverbs 38 woman. She's not born again enough. She's too full of herself. Because there is nothing else you can give her. You have to make her look like a bad person. Dear woman, if you sit down and redefine yourself, you will know that you are better than whatever it is that the society is telling you. If you sit down and analyze yourself, you will know that a man, you as a good woman, a man that tells you I'm done with you, you are not the one losing. It's the same thing. Look at the illusion that men give to themselves when it comes to intercourse between a man and a woman. I mean physical intimacy between a man and a woman. A man tells himself, I used that girl and I just dumped her. Please, when intimacy is happening, who is giving something, who is taking something, who is losing something, who is gaining something? If you're a virgin, I'm not talking to you. But if you're not a virgin, please answer the question in your house. When physical intimacy is happening between a man and a woman, the process of physical intimacy, who is giving something? Who is losing something? Who does it take time to? A woman can finish sleeping with this man. and go and see be the next man, and the next man, and the next man, and the next man. 40 of them in a single day. A man cannot try it. A man cannot try it. They said it takes him 3 months to recover the sperm that he lost in that single intercourse. 3 months to recover it. A sportsman cannot finish intimacy with a woman now and hit the stadium, I mean the what? Hit the field. Everybody will know that you have gone to do something. They will see his performance on the pitch and they will know that he has done something. A woman will finish, she's radiating and she's glowing. She gets to work and everybody is like, it looks like something is different here. And yet the man will tell you, he said, I use her and I jump her. And the woman too will be crying and be saying, he used me. You don't know you're the one that is using him. You don't know that he's the one that is losing life, literal life, life. You see those pen, they carry life. Literal life is what he's losing. Then if you're a woman that you have taken aphrodisiacs that I said, those of you that don't know I sell aphrodisiacs, I do. If you're a woman that has taken aphrodisiacs and you make the man go first round, second round, third round, you will now see him lying down like a job, like a lifeless vegetable. And you see go outside and say, the man used me. You don't understand yourself. You have not started down as an adult to think about life. If you are a woman that is spiritually sound, you don't know what you can do to that man through intercourse. Let me not say it so that they will not say I'm teaching you bad thing. But if you're a woman that is spiritually sound and you are having intimacy with a man, you can use him, you can alter his destiny, you can align his destiny to work for you naturally. I'm not saying you go and meet a babalawo to do extra anything for you. Naturally. If you now happen to be an Ifa practicing person and you know your Orisha, your feminine Orisha and the power they carry is finished for that man, you will use him. Oh, goodness. You will use him. He thinks he's the one that is using you. It's because you don't know. And you see, I said it before that the world has been designed in such a way that to make a man, so to make somebody that is not in power feel that they're in power, you have to make the person that has the power feel that they are powerless. So that the one that doesn't have power would start to feel like they have power. That's exactly what's happening. You need to make a woman feel powerless so that a man can feel that he's the one in power. And to women that have them around, to the spiritually, physically, emotionally intelligent women that have them, we just sit down like this and we allow them to shine. Emphasis on the word allow them. Iyanifa Winnie, I love you so much. Thank you so much. I miss you. I love you. Now that we are back from Isheshe Day, from Osho-Oshogbo, from birthday, we have gists. We need to catch up after behind the cameras. How are you doing? Ogbo, Ato, Asure, Woriwofun. Thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you so much for your support to everybody. I'm super grateful. Titilayo, Ajay will continue to replenish it for you. These are things that you need to understand. You see, the moment you understand that, it helps you to deal with the circumstances of life better. I told my partner something today. As your partner, I'm not the one that is supposed to be telling you that, but I told him certain things. If only you understand certain things about yourself, you will live a better quality life. I'm not saying what they told you. I'm saying sit down to understand certain things about yourself. Do you know one of the reasons that I know that I'm destined to live life, to live long life, is not because I claim it in Jesus' name. No. I know the purpose I've come here to serve. I'm looking around at that purpose that I've come here to serve in Ifa. I don't don't see any other person doing what I'm doing. Or maybe one or two people that people have said, there's somebody that is doing this thing like you. So let's even say we are three. We are just three. Oh. Why would Olodumare want to, why would, let's say, Olodumare, let me explain to you the way you understand. Let me use the word God, which is what you understand. Why would God want to cut the life of somebody like me short with the things that I have to do that I'm already doing? God needs me here. You don't understand. I use the word God, quote and unquote, so that you would understand. For those of you in Ifa, Olodumare needs you here. You know what you are here to do and you are doing it. The natural forces of life will protect you here longer because you are fulfilling a purpose. It's like a game. We have a game, it's a group game, a teamwork, and somebody is really playing their part and is making the team win. Is the team leader likely to throw that person away, except the team leader does not know what they are doing? But if your team leader has his head in the right place, he's likely to keep that person longer. Then you, as the winning team person, also keep yourself longer. Circumstances will keep you longer here than before. But you are here. You are not doing what you are supposed to do. The universe wants to eject you immediately to replace you with somebody else. You have been here 15 years. You have not found purpose. You are not doing anything. The people that are attached to your purpose are waiting for you to get it. You think that the universe will not naturally just reset your life? They will just press reset button. Go and start again. I have a friend that passed recently. The person is a very popular person in the Nigerian movie industry. It was a shock to me. That young man, no, he wasn't supposed to pass at that time. My spirit was disturbed. I had to do so many divinations. And the result of the divination came back to say he has drifted off his path in life, gotten his hands into certain things that is totally against his destiny. Life had to reset it for him. And I know that in a few years from now, he would reincarnate and come and do it again. And I pray that when he's given an opportunity to do it again, he will do it right. He's somebody that we all know. And those of you that know him well can already fix in the story. Now, it's not even about that person. It's the way life works. So as for life to balance, a lot of people have to be ejected before time ends. Somebody else should do it. You're not doing anything. It's either they are replaced totally in the physical life or mentally, emotionally, they are in the places that they are supposed to be in life, they are being replaced. You will just forget about them like that. They might not be unalive, but life will just forget about them. Life will just forget about them. People will now be asking, where is that man again? Oh, and 3 years ago, it was the one raining, and he was doing something good. How did he stop? The universe has replaced him with somebody else that is supposed to be doing the right thing at the right time. So we have spoken to men, to women, right? Dear men, it's time to speak to you. For the men, your version of these same mistakes looks more like pride and ego. You get the bad news. Instead of going for a divination, instead of telling somebody, you go quiet. You carry it alone. You call it being strong. That's no strength. That is you standing in front of a solution and telling yourself, I will not take it. Orunmila is the Orisha of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the wisest being in this entire tradition. He didn't receive this verdict and handle it alone in silence and say, I'm strong. He went to Awo to say, what do I do? He asked for a reading, accepted the instruction. If Orunmila can consult, please, who are you? That shows you that consultation is not a weakness. It is exactly what the wise people will do. refusing to ask for help, refusing to get a reading, refusing to admit that something is wrong until it's far too late is not strength, is outright stupidity. It is you handing over the map to the messenger of evil to say, this is the fastest way to get you. I don't know who told men. I mean, we know who told them, every one of us, the society, told men that the greatest explanation of success is the thing that you do alone. No. Whether you do it alone or you do it with somebody, success is success. If you go to the bank to withdraw money today, is anybody going to tell you, did you make that money alone, or is it your father that gave it to you? Is it your wife that gave it to you? Or did you make it by doing business with a friend? As long as it's money in your account, they will give it to you. Nobody is going to ask you how you made it. When you see a man today and he's there and everybody is saying, the man won an award, he won an award for this. Let's take the movie industry. If somebody wins the award of the best actor, the best lead actor in the comedy series, he was able to act well because every other person aligned to work in it. He had a good producer, he had a good director, the mic was good, the quality of the movie. If he acted well and the editing and quality of the movie did not make it to Oscars, to the awards, nobody will even see that he acted well. It was joint effort. He didn't do it alone, including those that are dressing them up, the costumes, including the makeup, including the sound. Everybody contributed to show that good act. Dear men, everybody is contributing to your success in life. And if you are a man and your response to this is, "Iyanifa, you don't understand. The people that I live with, my wife cannot even, listen to me. Who can I talk to? I can't talk to my wife. I can't talk to my siblings." Maybe you should change them. Oh, yes. Have you heard people saying, this is a friend like a brother? Have you heard people saying, my friend turned sister? Yes. You can turn a friend into a sister. If your siblings don't have sense, go and look for people that have sense and turn them to sisters. Exactly. People adopt new family. If the current family you have does not have sense, go and raise a new family. Consciously adopt another family. If you are married to a woman who you cannot share your pains and your challenges with, excuse me, sir, why are you still married? Why? What are you still doing there? I don't understand. If you are surrounded by people that you cannot tell them, this is your pain, this is your challenges, you are overwhelmed, you feel down, you need encouragement, you are not a tree, you can move. Mentally, you can move. Psychologically, you can move. Emotionally, you can move. If it requires you moving physically, you can move. As a man, look at your life in retrospect. Look back at your life and see how many things can you truly say, I achieved this on my own. Which is why I tell people there's no such thing like a self-made anything. Nobody self-made anything. Circumstances work together for you to make that thing. Yes, I decided to make it, yes. But other things have contributed to it. The man that you are today, that you now think you can do it on your own, some people contributed to that man you are today. Iyanifa, nobody contributed to my life. Nobody gave me anything. Is that really true? Do you really want to pause and break it down and come back to me to repeat that statement? Nobody really did nothing for you. When you say things like that, is because the people that you expected to do it didn't do it. But there's certain other people on your journey that you didn't expect it. They did a little part here, a little part there, a little part there that contributed to who you are today. And you still need people on your journey through life. You still need other people. So the earlier you tell yourself that you are not doing it alone, it doesn't make you less of a man if you break the silence and you speak. If you want to cry, find a safe place as a man to cry. If you cannot find it, create it. Create a safe space for yourself to be able to pour out your fears. You are a human being. If you are living with people that say, suck it in, you are a man. A man is not supposed to do like that. You are living with people that are going to unalive you. The people that are going to be the source of your destruction, those are the people. Let me just tell you for free. Àwọn tó máa end there, àwọn ló ń bá gbé yẹn. Suck it up as a man. You don't need to cry. Nobody is going to listen to you as a man. Those are the people that are gradually draining your life. They've not told you. I don't think you need a soothsayer to tell you that. As a man, I can't listen to my wife. What does my wife have to say? My wife doesn't have anything to say. Why did you marry somebody that doesn't have anything to say? Somebody that does not have any emotional, mental, physical, financial intelligence. You went to marry somebody you can control. You went to marry somebody that you are the one that gave her and her family life. You went to marry somebody that is submissive in every 2 seconds. Yes, my Lord. Yes, my Lord. Then you need somebody to speak to about matters that has to do with life. You can't talk to your wife. Then you are complaining to us. Uncle, go and deal with what you married. I don't want to marry that. You cannot have it both ways. You want a super intelligent woman that you'll be able to speak to like you're speaking in a boardroom. Before you think, she can already think. Before you do this, you can already do it. You want a woman when, if you are financially stranded, you can say, babe, please, can you quickly send me, what's that word that we use in Nigeria? If you want someone to quickly send you money, there's one slang that we use in Nigeria. Urgent 2K. You are not looking for a woman that will give you urgent 2K. You are looking for a woman that will give you urgent 20 million. You want a woman like that so that you don't have to tell your friends that you are broke. That kind of woman is not submissive. She's not. That's not the kind of woman you can control. That's not the kind of woman that you can wrap under your finger. That's not the woman that will be worshiping the ground on which you walk on. No. That kind of woman has self-worth and self-respect. So it's either you pick her or you pick the other person. I'm not saying that kind of woman is rude and disrespectful. There is a difference between a woman that you are controlling and a woman that is not rude and disrespectful. The reason you can control her is because she does not have what it takes. Ìjọ tí ọwọ́ ẹ bá tẹ ìkúdà, ó máa wù ẹ́ báyìí á béèrè kó tó pa bàbá ẹ̀. You think because that woman, you are the one that is giving her family 1K. Her brother wants to go to school, is you. Her sister wants to breed, is you. Her younger brother just impregnated a girl, is you. And you think that family, I love my in-laws. They are very submissive people. They treat me like a queen. Uncle, you are the one that is giving them life. What do you expect? You want the same gullible, quote and unquote, attitude from a woman that her father knows the president by a phone call. You want your in-law, you want your wife to be a person that if you have something to do in the White House today, you want your wife to just be able to pull a call through and say, Uncle Trump, how are you doing? That kind of woman is not the one you can control. So pick your side and stay with it. But as your sister in the Lord, I will advise you, pick a woman that adds value to your life and has good character. She can have value and have Iwa at the same time, and treat her like the value that she is. Don't be looking, I don't know why you feel the need to want to control another human being. It's witchcraft. The first definition of witchcraft is controlling and manipulating another human person like you. You come to your house, Daddy has come, everybody is hiding. Your wife is sitting down like this. Before you came, your wife was sitting like this and was watching TV like this. The moment she hears the sound of your wife in the house, she has to sit like this. Because if she sits like this, you tell her, why are you putting your leg on the chair? Do you know how much I bought that chair? Then the day you are depressed, you are looking for someone to talk to. Go and get a therapist. It's very cheap. Save money for therapy because that woman cannot be your succor. She cannot. Everything you say is yes. She cannot advise you. Everything you say, ah, yes, my lord. Ah, baby, that was the best decision you could have made. You just made a decision that will lose 200 million. Ah, my love, it's true. You are right. Mr. Shegun was wrong. Meanwhile, Mr. Shegun was right. You are wrong. She can't even tell you the truth because she knows that let us please the Lord of the house. Dear men, speak up. Create safe space for yourself to speak up. Do exactly what Orunmila did. The last part for today before we round off is do divination for yourself and your family. And I will consider this the most important part. I will consider this the most important part. The last and the most important or the most actionable one is this part of doing divination for yourself and your family. Orunmila only knew about Iku, about the fact that Iku was near because he consulted. Wọ́n ní a dífá fún Ọ̀rúnmìlà. We did a divination for Ọ̀rúnmìlà and we said, ah, your time is almost up. If Ọ̀rúnmìlà did not do a divination, there's no way you will know. One of our sisters on the live stream, she's not here today. She was speaking to me about a divination that she did a couple of weeks ago that Ifa says they needed to do some ebo because something life-threatening is hovering around one of her children. See, as simple as that, if she did not do it and she did not find out, she would have lost a child just like that. Did that situation happen? Yes, it happened. But was her child there? No, because Ifa had given an instruction. Those of you that have been following me for years, you will remember this story. I shared it on my WhatsApp ever before I even came to TikTok. I shared it on my WhatsApp. It's after blessing you should remember. I had a client like that make a divination for herself. The divination result came out and was mentioning something about her son, her child, and she has only one male child. So I spoke with the boy. Ifa says you are very unruly, you are very this, you are very that. Aboro aboye Iyanifa Ifajumade Moshe Ogbo Ato Asure Iwerero fun. Ifa says, ah, she's being unruly, the guy is being unruly, this and that. I spoke with him. I don't want to hear anything. All these superstitious people, all you want to do is collect money from my parents. Ah, his mother apologized. I said, it's okay. I've heard this a lot of times. But please, Ifa says there's somewhere you usually go for fun or for play. Don't go there in the next 7 days. If you do, your enemy might become unalive. For me, I don't tell you your enemy, I will tell you to your face. You will become unalive. And the boy said, oh, you see, agents of doom, all they have is bad news. All they have is bad news to scare us. I told the mother, if you know what is good for you, let your son listen. And he still went out as usual. His mother did the ebo, all the spiritual requirements. And over that next 7 days, she will call me every day. I told him not to go out today. We had to lock the door. We had to seize the car key, blah, blah, blah. On the 4th day, 3rd or 4th day, he went out. Usually when he and his friends are at the bar or the club where they go to, you know how everybody almost has a permanent seat. Ah, you are the one that sits on this side, It's not like it's spoken that this is our seat, but you just naturally go to a certain seat. There was a shootout that day. He didn't sit at that place. Some random person came to sit down there. He even said he was arguing with the guy, that's my seat, and everybody was like, you bring seats, come here. Did you bring a seat here? Or go and sit down somewhere else? They just said it jokingly. There was a fire shootout, and the bullet went straight to that guy at the spot where he would have been sitting. Before they knew that something was aimed, the first thing they heard was that. And that young man dropped on the spot. He could have been the one sitting down there. He could have been the one sitting down there. The guy called me immediately. Ah, Yanifa. I said, Relax, relax. I can't hear you. You are saying 2 million words in a particular second. Oh my God. I didn't know this is how these things happen. What happened? He narrated it, and his mom was just saying thank you. He still went out. His mother was making a bowl. We were here praying. We were here. Somebody else came. Somebody else came, and the person took him. Now, up until then, they couldn't even identify who that person is. It's not somebody they know. It's not somebody they have seen. Till I stopped asking about that story, there was nothing in the public that said somebody came to claim that person, or there was a relative that came to say, I know that person. Now, two ways to explain it. That person that sat there might not even be a physically existing person. I mean, a person that has physical origin, that you can say this is your father, this is your mother, this is who they are. But you see that scene that played out was what turned the life of that boy around. You see every other thing that we used to tell him. Your mother said you are too stubborn. Stop doing this. We are bringing stress to the family. You know all these single child of parents that have just spoiled them. Their parents have everything, so they think they can do anything. That single experience was what turned the life of that boy around. Those of you that remember that story, please, can you remember how many years ago you heard me for the first time recount that story? It's been several years after. That boy is still my client. I would even tell you that he's more of a client to me than his mother, because the only problem his mother had was him. Generally, life was good for her. I'm saying this thing to say thank you so much, blessing. She said it's been years ago. For people that have known me years ago, I talked about it then when it happened. That was way before I even came on TikTok and YouTube. That's life. Oh. As a man, nobody can tell me anything. Nobody can tell me anything. Please let people tell you, and surround yourself with the right people that will tell you the right things. You cannot do it alone. So men and women, you've gotten your own message. Now, what's the final message to the general public? How do we apply this Odrifa that we just read today, this teaching? How else can we apply it to our everyday lives? Social media is the messenger of Iku in 2026. The messenger of Iku in 2026 is not following you around in your physical life. He's following you on social media. Let me bring all this into 2026 at the time of recording this video. Iku's messenger used to follow you physically, watch your house, watch your work, watch your habits. Now, people post their location in real time, post their crisis in real time, post exactly where they will be, exactly the state of mind that they are, publicly for free. Messenger of Iku does not need to follow you around anymore. Is waiting on your social media. She will post something, we will know where she is. I don't know why a lot of you treat social media as if it's reality TV that somebody is paying you for. You can be a content creator and still be security conscious and still have sense. Some of you will post your children with their school uniform and the name and logo of their school that your children go to every day. You are different from somebody that is building a brand in real time. Take, for instance, Dangote is building a refinery. He goes there to open the refinery and they are showing it on TV. You are different from that. Though. Dangote has mega security around him. You travel to a place today, everybody knows where you are part-time. You can travel to Egypt today and people should not be able to tell that, oh, you are on 121 Cairo Street in Egypt. and you are posting that in real time. What is wrong in leaving Cairo? Then you now start to post about Cairo after you have left. Who is paying you the worth of your life to give us information about your life in real time? Who is paying you for that? You went for a show, but Iyanifa, everybody is at the show. It's a public show. Yes, it's a public show, but must I know that you are there at that time? Ask yourself, if I don't post that I'm in this show at the time that is happening, what is going to happen? If there is nothing that is going to happen, if you are not a brand ambassador of a brand, you are not the MC. Oh, you are brand ambassador of Maltina, and Maltina is having a live show, and you have to be viewed in real time. If you have gotten to that level, you will be able to afford security for yourself. Oh. But you are an upcoming content creator. Everybody has to see everything that is happening in your house. Some of you, we can literally tell, if you walk 10 footsteps at the right, that's the door to our husband's room. That's the door to the. Some people can do it. They have the financial, political, and social security to do it. You don't have it. You have not earned the right to show us your life in real time. You don't have it. Okay. Iyanifa, it's because you're not making money on TikTok. If you're making money on TikTok, you'll not be talking like that. Just make sure you are making shitload of money enough to cover for security physically and spiritually. Physically and spiritually. Somebody said, please send 1,000 for me. Let me eat. Okay, you don't have 1,000 to eat, but you have money to subscribe for data. Don't you think that's misplaced priority? I'm just saying. Don't you think that's misplaced priority? If you have data, uncle, trust me, you have 1,000 to eat. Exactly. Because by 1,000, I'm sure you mean 1,000 naira. You've deleted the comment. Okay. Thank you so much. Because I don't understand why you're coming to bully people. If you need genuine help, you will send a DM, explain your situation. You need genuine help, and you will get it. Stop behaving like adults that does not have sense. Ifa says that social media is the messenger of Iku in this time. You are doing the job of the messenger of Iku. Every time you broadcast your lowest moment, instead of talking to Ifa, to your family for real support, you are handing over the exact blueprint of your life. You are showing the world your vulnerability. Some of you will come online. These are the things my husband likes. If you cook this soup for my husband, in fact, you can take him away. These are the things that my wife likes. If you really, we don't care. No, we don't care. We really don't care for real. We don't. We don't care. That's too much information to give to people that don't know you. People are watching you. You see the way the messenger of Iku is watching around. There are some people in this world, they are already on the floor. They are looking for people to drag along. They've lost everything. They don't have nothing else to lose, and they are looking for vulnerable situations to drag along. You have given information of the food your husband likes that he cannot say no to random strangers. Then the day they want to get your husband, they will just put a little something inside that his favorite food. How did you know this is my favorite food? Your wife told us. Oh, your wife has broadcasted this 3 days ago. It's all over social media. And lo and behold, they caught your husband. Then you now say somebody snatched him. It's not handbag. They did not snatch him. You literally gave his life to people like this. You said, take, this is his blueprint. The same reason I always say, don't go to a public place and post your Odrifa. Your entire life is what you are handing over to someone. Before I came into Ifa, I could have posted my mom's birthday online and mentioned her name. When I came into Ifa and I found out that your mother is your link to this life and the next, your link to everything, I beg of you, keep it as private as you can. It's better for people to know your first name and still be looking around to say, what's his mother's name? I'm not saying people cannot get you spiritually without your mother's name, but you've made it too easy for them when you do that. Except if it's necessary, keep your government name to yourself. Except if it is necessary. You don't have any business posting your full legal government name on social media. Except if it's necessary. You are an author. You are a founder. There's something big with your name. Sure, you understand. But you have not built that name yet. Everybody knows your first name, middle name, last name, maiden name. They know the local government you are from. They know your date of birth. They know your best food. They know your best color. They know the person you dated last week. They know where you visited last week. They know where you are going to visit tomorrow. Okay, I didn't get the memo that that's the way we are doing now. I didn't get the memo that that's how we are doing now. It's your fingerprints that remains. Some of you will travel, you will post your passport, open your whole international. What's wrong with you? Just because you want to prove to us that that blue passport is your name that is on it. We don't care about you that much. We don't give an F about you. You are not the first person who will get a blue passport or red passport as an original green passport holder. You are not the first person. It's too much information. It's too much. It's too much information. When I was in China and I was posting my going to the factory to print the book, going to the publisher, to the printer, I'm building a legacy that is public. You are not me. And until I leave China, you will never know that this is the city I'm in. It's just China. China is 1/6 of the whole world. You will never see me be. The factory is on number 7, Road 8, Southeast, Shanghai. You will never see me post anything that has the name, the logo of the company or the factory that I'm in. Not while I'm there. Not even ever. That's my own secret. But we are building a legacy and we are taking you through the process of the legacy so that the day you hold one of our books, you will know how far we went to be able to get the quality that we got. We are taking you through the process. You have not started building a legacy. And everybody already knows that your house is number 16, Ikorodu Road. You are giving the messenger of Iku. You see, there are some people in this life, when I make the wure that our only should keep apart from wicked and unreasonable. There are wicked and unreasonable people in this life who are ready to unalive another human being for no reason, just because they can, just because they have the information. They are ready to make somebody else's life miserable just because they have enough information for it. They don't have any other reason. You think because you are not a politician, nobody is after your life. Until you see people waste the lives of other people for no reason. Please, social media is good. It has its own dark side. As much as you can, protect yourself from the dark side of social media. Protect yourself from that dark side. you have a problem, social media is the first place you come to. Except your situation is peculiarly needing the general public to come to your aid. Except social media should not be the first place you come and say, my mommy beat me yesterday. You have brought your entire family problem to social media. When you people now resolve tomorrow, then we see your sister and we say, that woman is very greedy. She almost took the family house from her younger sister. And you say, no, 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 nobody should speak about my sister like that. Are you not the one that told us that your sister wanted to sell the family house? Are you not the one that came to wash your dirty linen in public? If you use it against you tomorrow, why would you feel a certain kind of way? Except you are a public figure, that whether or not you put it out, people will still dig it. There are sometimes you should keep it. Even public figures are keeping quiet. Even public figures are drawing a line between private life and public life. You are not a public figure, but your life is out there. You want to prove to the world that you just registered your company legally. You put your company certificate that has your address, your phone number, your full name. You put everything there and you tell yourself, if people want to find it on CAC database. CAC, by the way, is Corporate Affairs Commission of Nigeria. If they want to find it on CAC database, they can always find it is there. Yes, they can find it. Let them be the one to take the pain to find it. If you are posting it, cover some sensitive information. You are not the first person that register a company. So behaving as if your entire village people don't have sense. So behaving like that. We have come to the end of today's live streaming. I know you don't like half of what I said, but somebody has to tell you the truth. If your mommy and your daddy forgot to tell you, somebody has to tell you. And if they told you at home, you refuse to listen, somebody has to remind you. What is the Odrifa that we talked about today? Odrifa will like be here, what Odrifa have we been talking about since morning? Where are you, everybody? You are angry with me. Wọ́n ní tí ọmọ ìyá méjì bá wọnú ilé tó bá rẹ́rìn-ín jáde wọ́n ti purọ́ fúnra wọn. Àmọ́ tó bá fajúro jáde báyìí, somebody has told the other person the truth. So I'm happy that most of you are making your face like this. Does Iyanifa have to say that? Yes, I just told you the truth. Odrifa Ogbe Ose is the Odrifa for today. Who was in the center of that Odri? Who was in the center of Odrifa Ogbe Ose? The old man. Okay. What's the name of the old man? Ajoke Brown said the old man. What's the name of the old man? Orunmila. Orunmila is the name of the old man at the center of our Odrifa for today. Comment section, can you let me know what are the things that you learned? Just tell me one thing that you learned from this Odrifa. We have been here for 3.5 hours. What is one thing that you learned that you are going to apply to your life? I learned that, let's start with me. I learned that the next time I'm going to marry, I will not tell you. I will keep it from social media and I will shut up my mouth. That's what I learned. I learned that nobody cares about my relationship, so I will not post it on social media. That's what I learned. Yaoshu said we have a choice to whether to live or not. Eshegoni. Auntie Ajoke Golden Light says she learns that you do not have to fear Iku, rejoice and live with purpose. Itwa said, I learned the purpose of my life. Izafa Blessing says, I learned that I should be kinder to myself. Ajoke Brown said, live your life to the fullest and don't give your life to Iku before it is time. Baba T said he learned self-love. Baba T, thank you so much for joining us today. Eshe Goni Adupe. Bukola Shiro, thank you so much for joining us today. We learned a lot today. Just like me, I would advise you, admonish you to make sure that you watch this live streaming again. Watch the replay. Take your time and watch it. I implore you to watch it. Watch it. Watch it. We learned, Royal Art said he learns to enjoy himself. Royal Art, you already know how to enjoy yourself. You see this Royal Art, even when he has work, he will still find time to enjoy himself. He doesn't look at work as if, despite the fact that me, that I'm the boss of the organization, I carried work on my head like gala like this. If we don't finish selling, we cannot go home. If Royal Art sells half, he will drop that half and he will still flex a bit. Pé kí lẹ̀ ń sọ? Iṣẹ́ máa gùn jẹ ní èèyàn lọ. Royal Art is already enjoying himself even in the midst of work. It's me that I need to learn to enjoy myself even in the midst of work. And I think I'm doing better. I'm doing better now than I was some years ago. Some years ago, if I don't meet my target, I give myself financial target. If I don't meet that target, as little as ice cream, I can't indulge. I can't buy myself a new piece of jewelry. I have to meet my target first. But now I've learned that as we are meeting target, in the process of target, ọmọ tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ náà láti kò gbádùn. In the process of target, I will still buy jewelry. I will still do my hair. I will still go to vacation. At least my birthday was last week and my daughter wrote something. And in that thing that she wrote, she said, I love you, mommy, because you are adventurous. I'm happy that my children can look at me and say, my mommy is adventurous. So my mother can just carry her bag today and say, hello, Australia. My children have come to understand that being adventurous is a part of life that you have to enjoy. They are loving seeing their mother doing it. And they are also learning that they need to prioritize seeing the world as part of life. Don't say when I retire at 60, I will start to see the world. What if you don't pass 60? My biological mother had a lot of plans after retirement, plans after 60. She didn't pass. She was only around 6 months after retirement. She was only around 6 months after 60. And she has gone. The quality of life she had is the one that she lived before retirement, before 60. She didn't know that it was going to be that short. But we are grateful for the life she intentionally lived. So you too, intentionally live your life. The observer, thank you so much. Royal Art, what are you saying? But you are doing better. Before, I dare not type enjoy yourself. I will find something. We are doing better now. My team and I are doing better. We are now flexing a little more. We're enjoying ourselves a little more. Before now, we work as if life is just all about working. But life is a balance. So the Ogbe today is telling us, be intentional about your life. Women, be kinder to yourself. You are more than the world has made you seem. Look inwards. And for every relationship you are going into, think about yourself. Don't fall in love just for marriage. Fall in love to enjoy every moment of that relationship and be a better person. So even if that relationship does not last a lifetime, if it lasts 5 years, be able to tell yourself, I enjoyed every day of the 5 years of this relationship. I'm a better person today than I was when I started this relationship. Mary says, live well, build well. That's her new motto. Thank you so much. Live well, build well. Life is going to end anyway, but before it ends, live well and build well. Today's message confirmed what I say when I tell my story. I've already lived exactly. So it's time for you have already lived the worst of your life. It's time for you to live the best. You have seen the worst. Take the rest of your life like it's going to be the best version of it and make it the best version of it intentionally. Let's share it, Mario. Thank you so much for joining us on today's live streaming. We have been streaming on the TikTok channel of Ifa College and the YouTube channel of ΙYÁNÍFÁ TV. If you want to visit our website, not if you want to, you have to. visit the website. Go to ifacollege.ng and visit the website. Look at what the school is doing. We are building the first online private university of Ifa and Yoruba studies from Nigeria to the rest of the world. The first university of its kind, where we are going to learn Ifa studies, Yoruba studies, traditional medicine and herbalism, Osun fertility and midwifery. Ifa Business School is under there, and we have so many materials that you can learn Ifa with. So many materials for both children and adults. Ifa College is a wealth of knowledge, And you also want to visit our YouTube channel, ΙYÁΝÍFÁ TV on YouTube. That is a vault of knowledge. You are looking for a vault where all you have there is undiluted, unwatered down knowledge and truth about Ifa, about Africa, about our spirituality, our culture, who we are. Just head over to the YouTube channel, ΙYÁΝÍFÁ TV on YouTube. Is your mic ready? Let's make our ashe and round up today. Thank you so much for the support we have had in the house. Babalawo Eshegoni Adupe, thank you for being here. Thank you for being the light, the sound, the mic, the congregation, and everything. Okay. But you know that, do you know why I cannot add you up? Royal Art. I have to turn off my mic if I want to add somebody else up. But I have somebody in the studio here with us that is going to. And the second one of this one, so that these other people too can hear you. Yeah. So that we can round it off. So we round off with our Ashe. If you have not gotten your Ibashe book, please get it. Your sacred text of Ifa, if you have not gotten this sacred text of Ifa, Ọ̀rọ̀ tí Olódùmarè ń sọ, I know there are so many books that has the Odu Ifa in Yoruba and translated to English. But you see this particular one, it has Yoruba, English. Then it now has the lessons, the blessings, and the instructions of that Odu Ifa. The lessons, the blessings, and the instruction, just like we broke it down today. Then it has how to apply that Odu Ifa to your modern day life. How do you apply that Odu Ifa to your everyday life? Then it goes further to say what? The Iwure and the prayer of that Odu. It's a complete book. If you haven't gotten either your hard copy or your soft copy, head over to the website, ifacollege.ng. Click on the link, the top right button. It will take you to the menu bar and you are able to purchase it. Eshegoni Adupe. Akọ́dá ayé àṣebà o.
Ìbà àṣẹ.
Àṣebà tí wáyé ọjọ́ o.
Àṣebà tí wọ̀ o.
Elédùmarè ọba tẹ́rẹ̀ẹ́rẹ́ kárí ayé àṣebà. Àní kíbà wá ṣẹ o.
Ìbà àṣẹ.
Àṣebà yín ìyá mi ọ̀pàkẹ́ àlàkẹ́ ẹ̀yin alágogo idẹ. Ẹ̀yin ìyá mi arógbáṣọ má balẹ̀ ẹ̀yin ọlọ́dún
ìbàlẹ̀ ní ìbà láṣẹ ìbà.
Ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ kan tí ń bẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀ méjì ìjà. Ẹ̀yin àtẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹ̀yin àjẹ fún èèyàn má yó. Ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ẹlẹ́ ẹ̀yin ìyá mi òṣòro nígbà ẹ̀yin ìyá mi olókìkí òru àṣebà o aníkíbà wá ṣe gbogbo babaláwo Ìyánífá bàbá lóríṣà ìyá lóríṣà bàbá ẹgbẹ́ àwọn àpẹtẹ̀bí àwọn eléwé ọmọ àwọn lẹ́jà àwọn oníṣègùn
dédé wọn à ń sọ lónìí ìbà àṣẹ
àwọn bá ń ṣiṣẹ́ ẹrúmọlẹ̀ aníkíbà wá ṣe
dédé wọn à ń fọ́ lónìí ìbà àṣẹ
lọ́mọdé lágbà ni mo ṣèbà fún lọ́kùnrin lóbìnrin lórígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbáláyé
àṣẹ wà
tẹ́ ẹ ti ń gbọ́ mi tẹ́ ẹ ti ń wò mí
àṣẹ wà
ẹlẹ́dàá yín wà ní kíbà wá ṣe ọ
àṣẹ
wọ́n ní
wà
àdáṣe ní hun mọ́ ìbà ọgbọ́dọ̀
àṣẹ
hun
wà
ọmọ ènìyàn èmi àti yín àti júbà lẹ́nìí kò ní hun wọn
àṣẹ
àṣebà wọn aláṣekù àwọn tó ṣàwò kù sẹ́yìn fún wa àwọn tó ṣe bàtà tó ṣe àwọn tó là wá lórí àwọn tó dá wa lóṣù àwọn tó ní ká máa ṣàwò àṣebà àníkíbà wá ṣe ọ
ìbà àṣẹ
àṣebà kọ́dá àṣebà ṣẹ̀dá àṣebà jagunmalé olúwo
ìbà Ìbáṣẹ.
Àṣebà bàbá àtìyá tó ṣọlọ́kọ̀ tó wà wá sáyé.
Ìbáṣẹ.
Àwọn tó wà pẹ̀lú wa, àwọn tó ti rebi àgbáre.
Ìbáṣẹ.
Àní kí bà wá ṣe ọ̀.
Ìbáṣẹ.
Gbogbo òrìṣà tí rúmọlẹ̀ tó dilẹ̀ káàárọ̀ òjìlé tó la ṣe bà fún lẹ́ni.
Ìbà.
Gbogbo àwọn tá à ń ṣọ̀sẹ̀ fún. Àníbọ́lọ́sẹ̀ ó gbà kó má dà
Tó àṣebà.
àní kí bà wá ṣe ọ̀
Ìbáṣẹ.
láṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
Ìbáṣẹ.
Ifá orí mi rèé o, Ifá olókun asọ̀rọ̀dayọ̀.
Ìbáṣẹ.
Ifá afinimọ̀nà ọmọ aráyé, Ifá ọmọ ẹnu Olódùmarè.
Ajagunmalè.
Àṣeyé Ifá o, èèpà igi, àṣeyé èèpà odù, àní kí bà wá ṣe ọ̀.
Ìbáṣẹ.
A tún ti wá kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ Ifá mi lénìí. Nínú odù Ifá Ogbe ọ̀sẹ́ ni odù Ifá tá a ti kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lénìí. Etí ọ̀tún tó gbà jáde kò nígbà tó sì
Ìbáṣẹ.
etí ọ̀tún tó gbà wọlé kò nígbà tó sì jáde.
Ìbáṣẹ.
Èmi àti yín, Ifá fọ̀nà hàn wá.
Àṣẹ wà.
Àní kú sọ́nà bí èyí.
Àṣẹ wà.
Àní kú sọ́nà bí èyí.
Àṣẹ wà.
Ibi orí wa ń gbé wa lọ, ẹsẹ̀ wa ò ní ṣì wá.
Àṣẹ wà.
Ifá wa máa tọ́ wa sọ́nà.
Ọ̀ṣẹ́ ló ní kó ṣe o. Àṣẹ wà.
Àní tójú ayé
Àṣẹ
mọ́lẹ̀,
wà.
àní taṣọ àgbà mọ́lẹ̀.
Àṣẹ wà.
Ibi tí ọ̀nà tí ń yẹ̀ gẹ̀rẹ̀ nílé ayé
Wà.
mi àti
Àṣẹ wà. Àṣẹ. Àṣẹ wà.
Ògùnlákayé á máa pa àlọ́
Àṣẹ.
Ògùn ọ̀nà á jẹ́ ká wọlé níre, á jẹ́ ká
Àṣẹ.
padà sílé níre,
Àṣẹ.
á jẹ́ ká jáde níre, àní jáde lẹ́kùn
Àṣẹ
lọ́wọ́,
ìbà ògùn
àní
ọ̀nà.
jáde ní
Àṣẹ.
àrùn lọ́wọ́. Ìjọ tẹ́bí bá ń pa ọ̀nà, àní bá wọn
Àṣẹ.
rìn ní
Àṣẹ
tọ́nà
wà.
láṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
Àṣẹ wà.
Àwọn tó láyé á pa wá mọ́, àwọn
Àṣẹ
tó nílé
wà.
á bá wa ṣe tiwa láṣẹ
Àṣẹ wà.
Èdùmàrè.
Àṣẹ wà.
Òrìṣà ilẹ̀, àfọ̀kọ́yẹrí, ilẹ̀
Alápò ire.
lọ́dọ̀
Àṣẹ
tiwa,
wà.
àpò ire, àpò àánú
Àṣẹ
òun ni
wà.
a máa rí. Ilẹ̀ ò ní
Àṣẹ
dà
wà.
wá. Ilẹ̀ ò
Àṣẹ
ní
wà.
gbẹ̀mí àti yímì. Ilẹ̀ ò ní
Àṣẹ
mú
wà.
wá lẹ́jẹ̀ láìtọ́jọ́ láṣẹ
Àṣẹ
Èdùmàrè.
wà.
Gbogbo bá a ṣe wá ń lọ tá à ń bọ̀, ire lójú owó rí, ire
Àṣẹ
lójú èmi àti
àṣẹ
yín á
wà.
máa rí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
Ẹran tí
Gbogbo
èṣù
àdáwọ́lé
o, ṣé
wa
ká ẹran
báyìí,
tí èṣù
ire
o,
ló máa
àṣẹ
já-
wà.
ló máa já sí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
Àṣẹ
Wọ́n ní
wà.
tí òrí bá fojú kan ọ̀run báyìí, ìjọ yẹn ló ń yọ.
Àṣẹ wà.
Obìnrin ni,
Àṣẹ wà.
ọmọdé ni, àgbàlagbà ni,
Àṣẹ
dúdú ni
wà.
o, funfun ni o,
Àṣẹ
lẹ́gbọ̀n
wà.
lóògùn ni o,
Àṣẹ wà.
àìmọ́niṣe ni o, ṣóolé ni.
Àṣẹ.
Wọ́n máa yọ́nú sí mi àti
Àṣẹ
ẹ̀yọ́nú
Èdùmàrè.
Elédùmarè, ẹ̀yọ́nú ọmọ ènìyàn, òun ló ní
Àṣẹ
àti
wà.
rí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
Àṣẹ wà.
Àní ṣubú dànù.
Àṣẹ wà.
Èyí tá a fi àárọ̀ ọjọ́ wa kó jọ, àní fẹ̀yìn
Àṣẹ wà.
gbàdànù láṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
Àṣẹ
Èyí
wà.
tá a wá fàárọ̀ kó jọ, tá a fọ̀sán kó jọ, á bá wa kalẹ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
Àṣẹ
Àwọn
wà.
aráàlú ò ní fi retí wa, wọn ò ní fi ṣe àpínlé láṣẹ
Àṣẹ
Èdùmàrè.
wà.
Ẹni tó bá wá ń jókòó sínú òkùnkùn tó ń ta ọfà sínú ìmọ́lẹ̀ ayé wa, Ògúnlákayé á fi ẹ̀jẹ̀ wa
Àṣẹ
sí i.
wà.
Àwọn ọ̀yà mi Ọ̀pàkẹ́ Àlàkẹ́ wọ́n á pa wọ́n láàrin ọjà.
Àṣẹ.
Àwọn tó láyé, àwọn tó nílẹ̀ wọ́n á
Ògún Ọ̀kálá kó dájọ́ fún wọn. Àṣẹ wà.
Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
Àṣẹ wà.
Ìyá mi Ọ̀ṣun Ṣẹ̀ǹgẹ̀ṣẹ̀ á pọn mi dà sínú wọn.
Yèyé
Wọ́n á
o.
ríjà Ṣàngó. Wọ́n á
Àṣẹ
ríjà
wà
Iná,
Olúkòso.
Wọ́n á ríjà Ọya. Wọ́n á ríjà
Àṣẹ.
láṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
Àṣẹ.
Wọ́n ní láàrin ìpèrègùn báyìí, òun ni màrìwò tí ń
Àṣẹ.
láàrin àwọn tó ti yàn yín lọ́ta, ẹ máa ṣoríire mọ́
Àṣẹ wà.
ẹ máa ṣoríire,
Àṣẹ wà.
láṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
Àṣẹ
Ẹni tó bá
wà.
wá ní ẹ̀ní rọ́nà lọ.
Mo fọ́ kó ṣàṣẹ o.
Àtẹ̀gùn báyìí lẹ
Yèyé
máa fi
nífà
ṣe
ẹwà
òkè
òmùwúre
láṣẹ
náà.
Èdùmàrè.
Àṣẹ wà.
Ẹni tó bá ní ẹ̀ní rọ́nà lọ sẹ́, òun lẹ máa fi ṣe
Àṣẹ
báyìí.
wà.
Ẹ máa fi débi gíga láṣẹ
Mo fọ́ kẹ́ ṣàṣẹ o.
Yèyé
Yèyé nífà ẹwà òmùṣàdúrà àṣẹ wà.
Àní báwọn
Àṣẹ wà.
àní báwọn kọ́lé lásán.
Àṣẹ wà.
Ìdílé ayé fi rọ̀
Yóò
wá
fọ́
lọ́rùn.
ìyẹ̀gbà ayé ti gba ìgbà ọ̀run ti gba òkú ṣẹ̀bẹ̀. Àṣẹ
Àwọn tó
wà.
láyé á fi rọ̀ wá lọ́rùn.
Àṣẹ wà. Àṣẹ wà.
Àwọn ìyá mi Ọ̀pàkẹ́ Àlàkẹ́ wá mú wa bí ọmọ.
Àṣẹ wà.
Àwa ò kì í ṣẹran ayé mọ́.
Àṣẹ wà.
Àwọn tó láyé ti sọ wá
Àwọn
lọ́mọ.
abiyamọ
Wọ́n á
ànúrómù
wá tì
kèsì.
wá lẹ́yìn.
Àṣẹ
Wọ́n á
wà.
fi ọ̀já gbọ̀rọ̀gbọ̀rọ̀ wọn wá fi
Àṣẹ
gbé
wà.
Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
Àṣẹ
Àní
wà.
ṣubú ara,
Àṣẹ
àní ṣubú
wà.
ẹ̀mí, àní
Àṣẹ
ṣubú
wà.
ọkọ, àní ṣubú
Àṣẹ
ọmọ.
wà.
Tá a bá wá rẹ́nikẹ́ni tó ń wojú Elédùmarè fún ọmọ, tó ń wojú ìyá mi Ọ̀ṣun
Ó
Ṣẹ̀ǹgẹ̀ṣẹ̀
dọ̀dọ̀
fún ọmọ,
koríko
láṣẹ
tó.
Èdùmàrè, ọlẹ̀ ayọ̀ á sọ ní
Àṣẹ koríko tó.
ẹ̀ẹ́fẹ̀yìn gbọmọpọ̀
koríko tó àṣẹ wà àṣẹ wà òrìṣà ewé àṣẹ wà àṣẹ wà àṣẹ wà àṣẹ wà àṣẹ wà
gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tá a wá ń tọ́ tá a
àṣẹ wà àṣẹ wà àṣẹ wà
àwọn ọmọ wa ọmọ aráyé ò ní fi wọ́n
ó dọwọ́ koríko tó òrìṣà ewé àṣẹ wà àṣẹ wà
àwọn àgbàlagbà ilé wa wọ́n á gbó wọ́n á tọ́
àṣẹ wà àṣẹ àṣẹ
ire tó ti jẹ́ tiwa báyìí á bá wa kalẹ̀
àṣẹ
kò dọ́wọ́ wa náà Elédùmarè
Ìyánífá ẹ wà bẹ́ẹ̀ tí gbúrò máa rí o ìyẹ̀sọ̀ lé ní àrọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ o àṣẹ wà àṣẹ wà wà àṣẹ wà àṣẹ wà àṣẹ wà àṣẹ wà àṣẹ wà 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 àṣẹ wà àṣẹ wà ogbó àtọ́ gbogbo àwo àṣẹ wà 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 àṣẹ ìbáṣẹ 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 ìbáṣẹ
ìyá mi ẹ̀dán mo ṣèbá oní
ìbáṣẹ ìbáṣẹ
mo ṣe ogún atọ́
ìbáṣẹ
olótùfẹ́ fún gbogbo
ìbáṣẹ
Àjíbọ́lá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè
ìbáṣẹ
ṣe lásán
ìbáṣẹ
gbé àwọn tó wà wájú Ifá
ìbáṣẹ
ìṣẹ̀ṣe ti gbé àwọn tó ṣíwájú
àṣẹ wà
àṣẹ wà àwọn tó ṣíwájú wa
àṣẹ wà
àní ṣàwòṣe
àṣẹ wà
ṣífàṣe
àṣẹ wà
nítorí èmi àti yín kó bàjẹ́ láṣẹ
àṣẹ wà
gbogbo àdáwọ́lé wa ìrẹ̀lẹ̀
àṣẹ wà
ọ̀sẹ̀ tuntun tá a fẹ́ mú yìí àtàjèrè àtàwàrà
àṣẹ wà
ọmọ ẹ̀ka ń tà ọmọ ẹlòmíràn tó tà
àṣẹ wà
tiwa láṣẹ ìlú
àṣẹ wà
ọmọ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń ṣiṣẹ́ ìjọba ọkọ ọba àdá ọba kò ní ṣayín lẹ́sẹ̀
àṣẹ wà
ẹ̀yin lẹ ṣiṣẹ́ ẹ̀yin lẹ máa jèrè ẹ̀ ọmọ aráyé ò ní fi rí ọwọ́ yín ṣe àpínlẹ̀ o ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń ṣiṣẹ́ báyìí òun ló máa gbé fún òun náà lẹ máa jẹ́ kò wá ní kọ́ lẹ́nu yín kò ní gbóná jù kò ní tutù jù kò ní ha yín lọ́fù
àṣẹ wà
ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ ti rìnrìn àjò lọ sókè òkun ẹ̀ ní ṣánpá wálé
àṣẹ wà
ẹ̀ ní ṣáájò bí èéfín
àṣẹ
àṣẹ ẹni tó máa kó bá yín ẹ̀ ní
àṣẹ wà
ẹ̀ ní rálá kò bá àwọn tó
àṣẹ wà
bá yín kòkò
àṣẹ wà
ńláńlá báyìí òun lẹ máa
ìbáṣẹ
kórè oko délé láṣẹ Èdùmàrè
ìbáṣẹ
wọ́n ní àwíṣẹ báyìí òun ní tìfá wọ́n ní àkọsẹ báyìí ní tọ̀rúnmìlà wọ́n ní àbátálá ìgbà ọmọ bá dá
ìbáṣẹ
ọ̀kẹ́ gbà èmi ọmọ alágẹmọ mẹ́rìndínlógún mo tún ti dábàá lẹ́yìn òkú
ìbáṣẹ ìbáṣẹ
ó ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ti jẹ ṣẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ torí téyín iwájú bá dín ẹran tèrìgì ń gbà ní
ìbáṣẹ
ẹ̀gbáyé ti gbà
ìbáṣẹ
àwọn tó láyé ti gbà àwọn tó nílẹ̀ ti gbà ó ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ láṣẹ
ìbáṣẹ
àṣẹ
àṣẹ wà.
wọ́n ní kí Ifá ó bá wa ṣe Elédùmarè ó bá wa ṣe àwọn tó ṣàwo kù sẹ́yìn ó bá wa ṣe a ní kí Ifá ó bá wa ṣe
Elédùmarè ó bá wa ṣe àwọn tó ṣàwòkù sẹ́yìn bá wa ṣe
Ifá bá wa ṣe o
àṣẹ wà àṣẹ wà èdèròmùsọ̀yà rọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ àṣẹ wà àṣẹ wà àṣẹ
àṣẹ ti gùn
àṣẹ àṣẹ
àṣẹ àṣẹ títí ọjọ́ mẹ́jọ láti máa pàdé wa lórí ètò yìí Sunday morning live streaming with Ìyánífá ẹwà èmi ni tí yìí tó sọ ọbabìnrin Awóbánkẹ́fà tí gbogbo èèyàn mọ̀ sí Ìyánífá ẹwà Ifá gbè wá ìṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ gbè wá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Until next week Sunday again when I will come on your screen 12 noon Nigerian time 7 a.m. on the ESC. I remain your host ọbabìnrin Awóbánkẹ́fà Ìyánífá ẹwà, the founder of Ifa College, and I say Ifa will continue to expand and increase our wisdom, our knowledge, and our understanding as we give our ẹbọ wa fún ẹbọ wa dá ẹbọ wa dòde ọ̀run èmi àti yín ò ní ṣe lásán láṣẹ Èdùmàrè àṣẹ. You can catch a replay on our YouTube channel, Iyanifa TV on YouTube, Iyanifa TV on YouTube. You catch a replay of all our previous live streaming. The WhatsApp number is pinned on your screen right now. You can copy it if you need a divination. You want to find out about your purpose, which is called Ishefa Itefa. You need to buy spiritual products. You need guidance, or you want to get more knowledge and information about Ifa. And those of you in the UK, this is just a reminder to let you know that I will be in London and I want to see your pretty faces. So if you're in the UK, just drop a message to say, hi, Iyanifa, when are you going to be there? And where can we meet you? And we will meet, we'll be happy. We'll share a lot of things. And share that contributed in their gifts, in their time, clicking on the screen, sharing, reposting, and every good stuff. Ajay will continue to expand us. Ajay will continue to increase us. Let's share the marriage.
Àwọn bá ń kẹfà relé náà akédèdè yóò àwọn bá ń kẹfà Ìyánífá ẹwà ooo. Wọ́n ló tún dọjọ́ mi ọjọ́ ire láwọn máa rí lọ́jọ́ gbogbo ire lọ́tún ire lósì. Àṣẹ ò ti gun gbogbo ohun táwọn sọ lónìí bó ṣe wí ló máa rí o.
Ashel, thank you so much. Thank you for helping us add the extra tweet. I didn't see that coming. Esheku for Ashel. For the person asking where am I going to be in the UK, just send a message to the WhatsApp number that is pinned on your screen, or send a DM. I will give you all the information you need about that. Eshegoni Adupeo.